tag in your recording.
COE.
Yeah. Delete off, Clyde.
COE, bro. COE.
God.
We out here. Allergies and all, you know?
I'm dying on air and you're recording it.
I'm not recording it. You knew we were having a recording today. You decided to have your allergies at the time of our recording.
I don't decide
It's a conscious
to have an allergy attack.
It's a conscious decision on your head.
BITCH.
Thank you. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Shout out to Trey. Yo, Trey told me the craziest thing when you went to the washroom.
What?
He told me in Tresor. He was saying how people hunted him down, like his IG, and are telling him to shut the up. Well, shut the hell up. It's what happened. It is what happened, though. It's crazy. People are being mad.
Trey is not going to shut the
heck up.
Up.
No, yeah.
Okay? He is a well-respected member of the team, and his commentary is liked by many, and the belly laugh is appreciated by many, so he will not shut the H up.
Do not disrespect our
Do you ever want to do a pod where we can see how long, if we can do a whole pod without swearing? Do you think we can do that?
I don't think that would be that hard.
You think it would be a good
I think
pod?
it'd be really. What do you mean? He just F-bombed and we're not even
I'm saying I could easily do that. You guys, I don't know.
If I think about it, I think I'd be able to
probably do it, but I feel like.
But it would I have to put some thought into it. It wouldn't be natural for me to just not swear. Try it this episode. Yeah,
we're gonna try and not swear.
No, it's not. Maybe next. No, next. Okay, no, next. Anyways, intro me, please.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Like Zoe, mama, I go
Relentless.
What up, Zoe?
Relentless.
What up, Zoe?
Relentless.
Shut the up, Clyde. Except Trey. They're relentless.
Welcome everyone to
Special guest 50 Cent. Yeah. We in here.
What is that weak gunshot you keep doing with your mouth?
That's the sound effect he makes in the song.
I feel like his is a little bit more.
It's not even like a gunshot. It's like a bow almost, you know?
It's not a gunshot. It's a bow.
You know.
Oh God. Anyways, welcome to episode 20.
20.
Thank you of the Relentless Diaries.
Are we ever stopping this season? I feel like this is the longest run that it's been.
Yeah, we're gonna stop at the end of the year.
When is our
new
break?
season, new year?
New season, new year.
Is that what happens?
Yes.
I feel like last time
I think we took a summer break
Yeah.
once, but now that we're going weekly and money's coming, we get money now for ads in the episode. That's why you hear ads now, guys. Why would we stop?
And shout out to y'all for not being like, oh, they're at this stage now. It's ads. It doesn't compromise my listening experience.
Yeah.
No one complains.
When
Shout out to y'all.
ads?
You don't listen to the podcast
On the audio,
BITCH.
just the audio.
Our audio has ads now.
We have ads?
Yes, we qualify for ads now.
I didn't know that.
We are that poppin' where, we have to hit a certain amount of downloads per month, which we surpass, where you can get ad space.
Oh, yeah. I don't listen.
Thanks.
Well, no, I listened to the episode when I wasn't here. There was no ads.
There was no ads on that one. No, we just started, I think, 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, it was the one after that, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, shout out to us.
Anyways, do your intro.
What's goody in the hoodie? It's your boy 15 Cent in the building. That's all I got for you guys today.
I hear you.
Tresor's tired.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't work a job, you are tired. And I don't get it.
I was thinking of intros and I was worried because he's done so many different ones and I can't say.
Tresor wakes up at any time he wants.
That is not true.
He wakes up at any time he wants to wake up. And he just thinks of, how am I going to make the internet laugh today?
Must be nice being a content creator.
The easiest job in the world,
He writes down all these ideas. He might be in his, room mixing songs and beats and thinking of ways to, make a nice little jingle. And then he goes out, wiles out on social media again, sleeps.
Make it sound
How are
so
you
easy.
tired?
Yeah, man. I don't understand this. Drake just wakes up and goes to the studio and thinks of words and says the words.
Are you comparing yourself to Drake?
No, this is what you're saying.
No, not at all. I'm talking about you.
So you're saying Drake doesn't have a job then?
I never say you don't have a job.
He just wakes up and goes to the studio and says words and leaves and does whatever he wants.
Drake doesn't have a job where, if he needed to,
So if he was tired, then...
If he was tired, he could adjust it and sleep. Drake could definitely take a whole 24 hours and just sleep. So can you.
Do you think he does?
100%, I think he does sometimes. I don't think it's
I don't
regular.
think so. I don't think creators sleep.
What?
Creators don't really get good sleep.
No, yeah. It comes with the territory.
Why? Why don't you guys get good sleep?
Because it's kind of the way your brain is wired, you know? Every single thing that you interact with is something that could be a catalyst for you to create, you know? So don't bug him when he's in his zone.
You're up late. And it just depends on the type of person you are. Some people stay up late or some people wake up early. I just stay up late.
And creativity mostly operates in the night. No one
So you
wakes
stay up late,
creative.
and then what time do you wake up?
Maybe like 10.
Okay, so what?
That's pretty good.
You're getting a full like 8 hours though.
No, I go to sleep at like 3, 4, 5 a.m.
Why are you going to? Okay, is that when your brain works the most?
Yeah, I'll probably like be up doing something and wouldn't want to stop. Or also, I genuinely, and I don't know this for a fact, but I genuinely feel like my brain is more active than the average brain. Like, you know how people say when they go to sleep, they just turn off their brain or they'll think about stuff tomorrow? It's literally impossible for me to do that. I cannot. I feel like I've talked about this. That's why I have to listen to music, or I have to have something in the background to distract myself from my own thoughts so I can fall asleep.
Because you're just so
I just like
That's why sleepovers are rough.
Yeah.
sleepovers. Do grown men do sleepovers?
No, I meant like
I
when
don't even do like sleepovers anymore. Like as an adult, like as a woman.
He meant with
With women. Sorry. sorry.
talking about grown men having slumber parties.
I thought you meant like the sleepovers, like when the dogs come and sleep over. I was like, do men plan that?
I don't think it would ever be like a planned sleepover. I don't think it's called a sleepover. It might be like,
Yo, fam, trying to come over, we'll watch movies and you can sleep over, bro. Like, no, we don't
no,
do that.
I don't think it's like that.
We don't do that.
It would probably be like,
The way y'all
we're going out tonight and I'm just going to crash at your house. I
think the older I've become, because I used to do sleepovers at my friend's place all the time. Like we'd go out and I'd stay the night. You know, we'd watch movies the next day. We'd get breakfast, blah, blah. I haven't done that in a very long time. And I feel like I'm almost too old to, not too old, but I like my bed.
See, and
if I'm going to
guys
sleep
don't do
over,
that.
it's going to be with a man. Like I just don't, sometimes I'm like, bro, why are we doing this sleepover?
Nah, see, the difference is guys don't do that. If I, quote unquote, sleep over at someone's house,
You're just crashing.
I wake up in the morning and I'm leaving. Like we're not going to wake up, eat breakfast and chill.
You're not
and
gonna
talk
kiki?
and-
I don't like that.
Nah,
yeah.
we did that through the night. We're waking up and we're leaving. Sometimes you don't even tell them that you're leaving. Like they just wake up and the person's gone.
That's so dark.
Nah, it'd be like that. If someone just got up and left, then
Well, Tresor
They
doesn't
left.
do anything. Like sleeping
Traditionally.
at Tresor's house is just basically like
It's what?
it's nothing. Like Tresor doesn't. He doesn't.
What
do
am I
See,
anything.
supposed to
is
do?
Tresor the
Like-
host that doesn't give you a blanket or pillow?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and you're there
That's
Yeah.
with the cushion using it.
That's
as,
cap.
Tresor gave us a bedroom and was like, "Here, you guys."
what else am I supposed to do?
He gave us a bedroom. He was like, "Yeah, that's you." And we were like, "Okay."
It's you're basically staying at a B&B or a bed and breakfast with your friends.
Bed and breakfast. You never even gave us any breakfast. I'm pretty sure I ordered us food the next day. I ordered us Chinese
You were
food.
there for 2 days
3. I'm pretty sure we
Yeah,
stayed at
and
your house
you-
for 3 nights.
and you ordered food once.
No, we went out for breakfast once. We ordered food twice. And you were like, eh.
No, you ordered food. You ordered Chinese food once. We ate at other points during the day.
Point is, Tresor is not, you don't have very, like, you're not a host. Like,
No, I'm not a host.
like you'll wake up and Tresor's just like sitting there, like drinking
I think it's just
juice,
because
and you're like,
I think it depends on the type of person you are. Like, I'm used to just being around people. So it's like,
Figure it out yourself.
yeah, or it's like
figure it out. This is my first time in your house. Host me.
Yeah, but like
At
we're
least,
friends, so it's like.
but that was my first time ever being to your house.
If you need something to ask me, and I'll do it. I'm not about to. Yo, do you need this? Do you have this? Do you want this? Bro, no. I'm not
You better
doing
put
that.
respect on my hosting skills. Season 1, I had chicken and Timbits.
Okay, you
and
never had
food.
chicken.
I did.
You've never had chicken
The
during
Marlin episode, go back. I had chicken.
When we had Marlon on, you never had chicken.
I did have chicken.
What kind of chicken?
Like Jane, like stuff you like the frozen
No.
ones.
No,
Yes,
no.
I did. Yeah, Zoe.
Clyde.
Zoe.
You Clyde.
Zoe.
I won't lie, if you go back to season 1 episodes,
How much you want to bet? How much you want
we
to bet?
used to have a spread of food.
Okay. I need
spread
this.
of food.
Yeah.
But chicken,
There
I know
was-
we've had watermelon. We've had watermelon, we've had Timbits, we've had like those pound cakes, we've had chips, Bear Times Ruffles. I think we've had French fries, but I never remember chicken.
It was like frozen shit that you put in your oven or whatever, like Jane's, you know. was like popcorn chicken.
Eh,
I remember it.
I don't remember it. We'll see.
Okay.
Anyways, weekly catch up, weekly recaps. How's everyone's week going? I know everyone's preparing for this week because
Yeah.
it's Toronto's biggest black weekend. But
Peak Toronto.
how was your? I mean, I don't really have much. Yeah, how was your week?
I didn't have it because, like you're saying, I'm kind of preparing for next week, So I had a bit of a low key. Yeah, didn't do much.
So your week was calm.
I listened to the Travis Scott album.
Ugh,
Yeah, jeez, okay.
bad.
That's crazy.
I feel like you had a
I had a very eventful week.
yeah.
Yeah, look at the bags under your eyes.
This was a tough week, and it's going to be another tough week. So, boom, where do I start? All right, Thursday. So, Thursday, me and Jafina went to an Audi event, one of the influencer stuff, to go look at their electric cars and whatever. It was a thing like that. It ended at 11, and we got there at like 10:25. So, I don't
Oh my
even.
God.
Yeah, that was wild. So then afterwards, actually no, before that, one of the people that was hosting the event, I don't know what I can and can't say, so I'm not going to say his name to blow up his spot. He works for some company. I met him at another influencer thing that he was working. And he's a cool guy, whatever. He plugged me in, whatever, with like the beat stuff. Cool. He's like, yo, I actually want to show you something. I'm like, what? And he pulls out his phone and he goes on Tinder, right? And he's swiping through like his Tinder profile, like through the pictures. And I think the third picture on Tinder, it was him and me and TC, like at the last event that I met him at, like just talking or whatever.
He had this on his Tinder profile?
Yes.
That's a very interesting picture to put on your
He's
Tinder.
like, bro, it's a white guy. It's a white guy. I can't remember.
That's even more questionable.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, bro,
And I know what he's about to tell you. This is crazy.
you do not understand how much girls I've gotten from this picture. I'm like, really? He's like, bro, girls will literally message me and be like, yo, you know that guy? He's so funny, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wow.
Wow.
I'm like, you know what? I'm happy for you, bro. I'm like, this is good. Any way that I can help is fine. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it up a notch.
But
I'm giving you the ability to say whatever you want. Call me your day one. Call me your dog. Say I'm the godfather to your child. Whatever you need to do, say it and get it done. And, I'm glad that I can even unconsciously be helping people out, throwing lobs, throwing assists just from my face card.
Chris Paul.
Yeah. So that's was very
really weird
interesting.
to me.
It's
Because,
real,
like,
though.
as a girl, like, I feel like, are you really attracting women, or are women just attracted to your Tinder profile based on you knowing I am Tresor? Like, that's weird to me. I don't
But
know.
does it really matter if at the end of the day you're still getting the box? It doesn't matter how we got to this road. We're still here.
And that's like a proximity to like a public figure thing definitely is a way in for a lot
People
of guys.
do that all the
That's
time.
like very normal.
That's like people who
Very
wish
normal.
Drake happy birthday every year on his birthday from a picture from 2008.
Listen,
Yeah,
all those
post the
guys
one
that
with,
is wild to
with
me.
their OVO in their name, or if you have an honorary gold chain from Drake, like one of those birds, like you match like heavy
You're gonna
lifting that
use it,
does.
yeah.
Yeah, like if you have a picture with Drake and it looks like he's your home and he commented and liked on it, oh man, like those guys are
You're gonna
utilizing
use
that.
it for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
And I get that. It's cool. So boom. So afterwards, my homie G-Dubs was having a listening
G-Dubs?
party. Well, that's his rap name.
Shout out to G Dubs.
So,
everyone knows G-Dubs.
Yeah, it's
Copy.
pretty known.
Oh,
So I wasn't gonna go because TC didn't come, but Jafina convinced me to go, so I went by myself. I knew a lot of people there.
Jafina
I just-
convinced you to go by yourself.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, you should go.
Okay.
Whatever.
friend.
I'm like, all right, cool, yeah. So I went. It was at Lavelle, right? So I went up there, and I looked around. A lot of people that I know, a lot of West End people that I know. A lot of the Instagram girlies were there, and all the mandem. I looked around, and I'm like, yo, who's paying for this? Because this cannot be cheap. But I mean, they're plugged in. Like Dylan was there and everything. Like Dylan Brooks. Like it's like they're the squad, right? I thought for a second, I'm like, yo, who's paying for this? Because this cannot be cheap to fully rent out Lavelle. It's a free event. It's open bar.
Oh,
Who's paying for this? Like, this can't be cheap. That's just what I was thinking. And actually, it was open bar. What I didn't know is I ordered like a drink, or I ordered a couple drinks for a few people. I think it was like 12:30. And literally, as soon as I ordered my drinks, the guy's like, yep, 12:30, close the open bar.
Oh, wow.
I was like, if I knew this, I would have ordered 10 drinks right now.
Yeah.
So I still got my drinks for free, but I'm like, if I knew this 2 minutes ago, I would have ordered 17 drinks.
Oh, my God.
So then the bottles started coming out. 42, 42, 42, 42. Casamigos, 42, 42, 42. And it was like one of those types of days, you know? So that was interesting.
What is one of those types of days?
When the 42 just keeps coming out.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
one of those types of days.
Another bottle. You know,
Right, okay.
So anyways, boom. That's Thursday. Friday, TC hosted a show, and then he was hosting the after party at Jack Rollers. For those of you guys who aren't in the city, it's like a club.
Jack Roller?
I
Isn't
couldn't
that in
make it.
Brampton?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't make it to the show, so me and my friends were like, okay, we're going to go to the after party, you know, just show face, support him and whatever. Everyone's meeting there. I'm driving by myself. I pull up to the parking lot, trying to find a spot, you know, to just wait, because everyone's like, we're 2 minutes away or whatever. I pull up beside a black car that's kind of parked bad. It's like parked in the middle, so I have to park bad because he's parked bad, right? I'm chilling in the car.
Or you could have found another spot.
Yeah, but I'm already there, so. So I'm chilling there waiting. This like gray SUV pulls up beside me, but like very close. And I can't really see who's in it. I just kind of see a tint, but I can see it's like a white person, like a white face. But they parked so close to me, and they're just staring at me through the window. And I'm looking at them like, okay, what's going on? In my head, I'm thinking, okay, they're parked, but they're just being a dickhead, and they want to get out the car, and they're waiting for me to move because I'm parked bad. So I pull out and just go around like 2 or 3 more cars and park on the other side. I'm chilling there for about 10 seconds. The same car comes around the other side and like sideways blocks me off. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? 2 police officers hop out the car.
Out of a gray SUV?
Unmarked gray It was like a Nissan Pathfinder.
Oh, those are undercover
SUV.
You matched the description.
I was like,
eh?
what? So yeah, he just points to roll the window down. I'm like, oh my gosh. So they're at my window. They're like, hey, are you okay? You're driving kind of like off. Like, you know, why'd you move? I was like, oh, I just thought like you were a regular person trying to get out your car. So I just moved to give you space, you know? He's like, yeah, because when we pulled up, you like automatically went away. I'm like, yeah, I thought you were just a regular person. He's like, so like, you know, what are you doing here? What's going on? I'm like, my friend's hosting. So I'm just here to, you know, I'm just here to support. He's like, oh, okay. And they're like giving me a little bit of small talk. And they're like, oh, so we notice your license plates are from like somewhere else. And they're like, why is that? Gave them the whole story, how my family goes back and forth.
I would ask them, yo, is there a reason? At a point, sorry, not to cut you. At a point, I literally stopped answering cops' questions.
That is a privilege.
Yeah,
but
like,
also
think about the
I
context.
think about the situation that I'm in right now.
But like, you did nothing wrong.
Think about the situation
Black guy
that
has
I'm
a story
in
that
right
starts
now.
For sure, I understand. I definitely understand that. But I'm saying, like, if I was in the car, I literally would have been like, is there a reason why you're asking me 100 questions?
Yeah, but he's also trying to just
can do that.
get rid of the
I'm trying to
situation.
de-escalate
Yeah,
the
like,
situation.
Okay.
So he asked for my ID. I give him my ID. They take it, go whatever. They're shining the light through the car.
Oh my God.
And at this point, I'm like, because like TC and them, they were like 30 seconds away. I'm just like, yo, someone just needs to pull up to see what's going on right now. And then they're like, yeah, so, you know, Jack Rollers, they just have us here because, you know, there's a lot of shootings in this area. So
is there?
They have I feel like there was a shooting like one time.
What area is Jack
extra.
Rollers?
It's like Queen and
Jacuzzi?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Which
Around
is in
there.
Brampton. Okay.
They're like, yeah, there's been a lot of shootings and whatnot. I'm like, okay, whatever. And now they're asking me, so what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Talking to them. Eventually, they give me my ID back. They're like, all right, well, you know, just stay safe. But they're like, have you had anything to drink? I'm like, bro, I literally just got here. They leave. And literally like 10 seconds after they leave, TC pulls
comes
up.
up.
I'm like, oh my gosh, bro.
Oh
But
my
that
God.
caught me like so off guard when
Yeah.
they blocked me in. I was like, okay, what is going on right now? I was about to punch.
I'm back in the truck.
I was about to leave. So that's Friday. Saturday now. Saturday night. Wait, yeah, that was Friday. Saturday night, I go to the Nike Foot Locker event that Marlon and Jafina were hosting at Soho
West
House.
Indies,
Yeah,
like,
the West Indies one. That was a good party. I'm not gonna lie. The Sound Clash, the Dance Hall Soca Sound Clash. That was a really good party. Anyone who's been to Soho House when it's packed knows it's boiling in there.
Yeah. And
They
did
need
they open the doors?
No.
Oh,
they
that's
need
nasty.
to do some sort of like,
Well, usually they have the door open. Because remember when we went to Dave's
Yeah.
party, the door was open.
was it? I don't even remember if the door was open. If the door was open, it wasn't helping at all.
Ew.
So they need to fix that. But that was a really good party. And then yesterday, what did I do yesterday?
Y'all went to 50 Cent.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why you're
No, no,
dressed?
no, no.
This is literally why you're dressed like 50
I'm
Cent.
talking about
Or Sunday.
No, I'm talking about Sunday.
Mm.
What was Sunday? Why am I drawing a blank?
I don't know. This is your weekly recap that you've been going on for 20 minutes about.
Yeah, because I did a lot. What did I do
Man had
on
an
Sunday?
eventful-
Oh, no. Okay, now I remember. How could I forget? So Sunday, T-Rex invited me to the Shooting Stars game. It was supposed to be the last home game, but one got canceled. So he's like, all right, yeah, we're going to line up everything. Actually, and first, before that, I went to one of my homies' baby showers, who he lives in America now, like his girl's in the States, but they came back to have a baby shower. I pull up to the place, like the baby shower was at his family's house. I pull up. The street is surprisingly empty. I'm like, this doesn't really look like a baby shower type of vibe. So I'm texting a couple people I know that I'm there. They're like, yeah, we're going to send one of the homegirls down to come get you. I was like, in my head, I was like, down? What do you mean down?
Are you in a residential area, like all houses?
Yes, we're at a house. I was like, what do you mean down? I was like,
That's
okay, maybe
bewildering,
the
yeah.
party's upstairs or something. No one's coming.
Upstairs in the house.
Yeah.
Just okay, Tresor.
So
Use your brain.
Maybe. So I called. I'm like, yo, the address on the flyer. This is the address, right? And the person says, yeah, it's 91 blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, that is not the address on the flyer. He's like, what's the address on the flyer? I was like, yo, it's this. He's like, that's the old flyer. I'm like, what do you mean old flyer? I didn't get a new flyer.
Nah, man.
He's like, oh, that's crazy. You have to drape him up when you see him. I'm like, oh my God.
So how far was the new address from the old address?
The old address was in Mississauga.
Okay.
The new address was in Toronto, like 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to drive.
Yo, you
there.
went.
I had to go, bro.
I'd be happy when shit like this happens because now I have a good reason to go home.
Nah, but
Facts.
it's like at that point I was already committed. I was dressed. I bought the gifts.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
He
yeah.
was leaving the next day. Like I had to go. There was
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
get out of like. So I went. Whatever. Boom. And the game was the same day, but it was afterwards. And shout out to T-Rex and the Shooting Stars and Duce, because T-Rex is like, yeah, we're gonna give you a Uber voucher to go to and from the game. I'm like, all right, cool. Usually companies will do that. I've worked with that type of stuff before. But this one was a little bit different. So when I had the vouchers for Rolling Loud New York, it was, yeah, you could go to this address, which was the pin location of MetLife, and back home. And you have like, I think it was like a $60 credit.
Okay.
So if it was more expensive than that, you'd have to pay the difference.
Okay.
Or you could just take a regular one. This was a little bit different because that's what I was expecting. When I logged on the app, after I applied the voucher, I logged on the app. Everything was $0. Like every Uber,
Even the Uber Black?
everything was $0.
Word.
So naturally, I'm going to get the most expensive one
Yeah.
just because. I clicked Uber Black so fast, and I feel like it took a long time because it's not really a lot of
Yeah.
Uber Blacks
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the suburbs. But yeah, I was kick up, stretch out in that Uber Black, bro.
You look like you were in like a booth at the game and stuff too. Like you
Yeah,
had, like,
I
bottle
was, and we
service
came,
and shit.
and we went to the game, and there was a Duce booth at the game, with Duce, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the game at all. I was just turning up. And then I took the Uber Black back home again. So if companies give me anything free, I'm using it to my most extent. And then Monday was 50 Cent. The 50 Cent concert in Toronto was on Monday. This was a very good concert, if I do say so myself.
Well, you're dressed like him.
Yeah, I'm dressed like him. This is how I came to the concert yesterday. People thought I was lying when I said I was going to do this. And by now, you guys should know if I say I'm going to do something, I mean it. It made sense at the concert, but beforehand, like going to the gas station and going in, people were a little confused and scared. I was like, maybe I should have changed when I got downtown.
When the cop blocked you in, you weren't dressed like this?
No.
No, I was different event. That he would have immediately went to jail.
Yeah,
he immediately went to jail.
They're not asking any questions.
Absolutely.
He's just like,
But
the concert was a good concert, though. I had fun. My friend had fun. And it was his first concert, and he loved 50
his
Cent.
first concert in
Ever.
life?
Yeah.
That's
and he loves
crazy.
50 Cent.
How old
that's
is he?
why I took him. 26?
Wow.
wow, that must have been the time of his life.
That's a crazy 26 years, no concert. That's kind of wild.
Some people just aren't concert people. I get
That is very true. That is very true.
No, that was fun. So that was it. That was my week.
You know, when you guys do fun stuff, I think there's other people out there that think the reason that you guys, or the only reason you guys are doing fun stuff is through the podcast. Like, they think you're getting, like, the Henny Lounge and things through that, and, like, they'll be messaging me like, oh, they don't bring you, eh?
Oh, no, that's not true.
I know. It's like Tresor's Tresor, T-Rex and everything, but it's like, there's some people that if they just know you through that, they'll hit me up saying, like, wow, a podcast gets you
I know people when
things at the game, man. They don't bring you, and it's like,
people are like,
no,
oh,
man.
does the podcast get you that? And I was like, no.
Tresor and Zoe are different. They live different lives.
I'm not different. I am regular.
We're not doing this again. We're not doing this
bro.
again.
Neither of you, both of you,
I don't
are
have
not regular.
hundreds and thousands of followers.
I accept that I have a privilege that gets me perks.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a reason.
Yeah.
What is your reason? You work a regular job.
Yeah.
How do you have access to these
What's
things?
your talent?
Are you trying to ask me what my
You're
talent
saying you're the
is?
No,
Kardashians.
I'm
That's
saying no, because you're saying you're a regular person.
B-I-T-C-H?
Regular people do not have the connections and plugs that you have. That's not regular.
Funny.
That's
reason
so
why-
funny. What do
funny.
you do?
The reason why I have
Like,
the plugs.
what the hell? You know how rude that sounded? Like, that was absolutely disrespectful.
Oh shit!
The man said, I know that I'm famous, but what the hell do you do to get
What
in
do
these
you bring to the
spaces?
table, so?
You're a loser.
You see why I don't understand with people? I'll say something, and then you'll repeat something back to me that I didn't say.
That's
and say
exactly
that's
what
I
What
said.
did he say? Is that not what he said?
No,
It
I
is-
said, what is your reason? Your reason could be my dad is LeBron James. That's a reason.
Right. But
What's
obviously
your
my dad
reason?
is not LeBron James.
Yes. So you can't say you're normal, like a regular average person, because you have connections that an average person does not have. What is your reason for the connections is what I'm saying. My reason is because of my platform. If I did not have the platform, I would not be at the places I am.
Right.
So what's your reason?
I'm personable. Yo, guys, when I tell you I'm being dead ass, I'm literally just personable. I know how to talk to people without looking like a psychopath.
So
and people want to be around me, so they'll invite me places. Or people think I'm a good person, or she has good vibes. She's not a weirdo.
So-
She's not, she's solid.
So do all the other personable people that you know have the same access as you?
Yeah, some. Not all, but some. I do know some girls who are literally like, they're not one of those. They're just personable who be in these spaces.
Are they pretty as well?
Of course.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what,
Open and shut case,
are you
Johnson.
trying to water down
Got it.
my... Are you trying to water down me being personable, having a great personality, having banter, be able to talk to people, to you just being pretty?
No, I'm just saying that helps. It's a big asterisk that puts you higher in the
helps.
leaderboards.
It helps.
A lot. It helps a lot.
Which is true. Wouldn't you admit that it helps?
I don't know.
Because everything else you just said, with the good personality and banter and all that is just that's just the cherry on top. That wouldn't be needed. I guarantee you could still be in the place that you're at if you just looked good and had no personality. So it is what it is. And I'm not judging you for it. I just want you to accept that this is the privilege that you have. Because you swear you're just a regular, average, normal person.
I am.
All right.
I am. I work a regular job, like you said. Work a regular job, live in a regular house, drive a regular car. I don't know. And people just keep talking about, bro, like you have to, and I'm like, I don't know. Yes, I will admit I do get into
my original
spaces
point
that are
was
not normal.
I said you don't live a normal life. That's
Yeah.
what I
Right.
said. I didn't say you aren't like some different. I say the life that you lead, the things and experiences that you embark on
are
not what the regular person, the regular girl that's personable experiences.
I say your social
That's
status
true.
is different, not your lifestyle.
My social status is different
Yes.
That you could you definitely have to agree to that.
in regards to me just knowing certain people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the pod too.
And the rooms you've been in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll agree.
That's all.
Because, I mean, yeah, the pod does definitely. And the thing is, like I said, I really like when people come up to me. I do enjoy it. So people have to start to do it more. And, like I said, come up to me, show your love. I'm not an asshole. I mean, I can be, but I would never be in that situation. But whenever it happens in front of my friends, it's like one of the worst. Not because the person did it, but like the way my friends are just like, give me like the, yeah, you're regular, huh? And I'm just like, guys, you guys are like.
But that's not regular.
But we have a show that's very public, so it is kind of regular.
And what you said, you being personable, that's what the podcast is. It's you showcasing the fact that you're personable.
Right.
I had a very interesting they asked to take pictures with me.
Oh, you hit that level.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a picture yet. Actually,
That's funny. Okay.
no, I have once last year, but not since.
Okay.
I haven't gotten, can I get a picture of you? That is different level of famous. You and Tresor.
They put it on their IG, and I was like, what?
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I deserve this, but
What?
someone asked me
take
for a picture on the weekend.
Well, yeah.
He's
Welcome
Tresor
to
said,
That's a
welcome
Tuesday for me.
welcome to fame.
welcome to being a public figure.
yeah.
I'm not calling myself a public figure. I don't think that's what
You don't call yourself a content creator. There's all these things that you adhere to and are, but you don't like the label of it.
I don't like content creator. I don't like public figure.
You are those things.
I like Zoe.
Zoe is a content creator and a public figure.
Whatever. Anyways, let's get into the nitty gritty because Tresor took up half this episode with his week-long recap.
It was eventful though. Things happened. Like that was.
Things did happen.
Yeah.
But
There was twists and turns in the
to
stories. I
go
didn't know
over
where it was
the 50 Cent concert and to expand on it, it was a very good show. People know me. I'm probably one of 50 Cent's biggest fans. Like I genuinely love 50 Cent. Get Rich or Die Trying is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Like easily top 5. So I had a great time at the concert. One thing I will say is the dancers were absolutely horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hip hop concert choreography.
For sure.
What do you expect?
But I expect a better choreographer, 100%.
Okay.
I think there definitely there could have been way better choreography. Like way. It was giving like white girl hip hop. I'm not going to lie.
I didn't even notice any of that.
But I liked it for the entertainment purpose of it. But if you removed 50 Cent and just saw them doing their like 2-step elbows, pop lock, drop it, you're like, okay, yeah, these dancers are wildin'. But the show was really good. I won't lie. A lot of men did come dressed like 50 Cent. Hence.
So it was like the Beyonce concert.
Yeah, this was our version of you guys in the tinfoil hats and the.
I don't think so. First of all, tinfoil.
But a lot of dudes were doing it like. I feel like I definitely might have been the only person there that like fully committed. People were wearing like. People were wearing like their regular outfit.
This is the clip. We need people to really.
Yo, I had the best costume.
He said,
I think I
actually
did.
had the best
5,000
thing.
people. I
really.
No one else did it like me.
I really think I did because people were just wearing their regular outfits and like a white do-rag and a Yankees fitted.
Yeah.
And like a little bulletproof vest.
And then what did you do?
These are
Describe
2003
Look at my
shapes.
jeans.
Yeah.
Look,
Talk
I'm wearing
to him.
size 40 jeans.
Talk to him.
High top Air Forces
What else
with
you
the
got?
strap.
With
Oh
mid
my-
Air Force Ones.
Yeah. What else?
With the white wife beater. With
Word.
the black, you feel me?
Yeah.
The
What
fucking
else?
drip.
With the white
Uh-huh.
dually and the
Okay.
Yankees fitted.
Yeah,
I bought
backwards.
this fitted yesterday.
I know that's right. Yeah.
So I mean,
Man, committed.
Let them know.
Man, put the work
Yeah,
in.
man.
Yo, why do you hear something funny? So I'm at the concert, right? I'm there with my boys, my homegirl. We're there, you know, and we are right beside, like, our seats were perfect. Like, we were, like, dead center, right in the middle. Like, 200 section, we were close, right in the middle. Right beside, like, the operation, like, sound booth, right? Like, I'm telling you, like, I was leaning on the sound booth portions of the night. And I look behind me, and I'm like, damn, that girl's very pretty. And I'm like, okay. Like, I don't really think anything of it. And I see her again, and I'm like, wow, like, that's a very, very, very pretty girl. And all my homeboys like, yo, like, she's bad. And I'm like, yo, like, she's actually very pretty. And I'm like, yo, let me just look again and just, like, really look at her. And it was 50 Cent's, like, shorty.
Cuban Link?
She looks like she is very beautiful in real life. Yeah. She looks like she stepped out of her Instagram photo, and her body is crazy. And she was there just, like, supporting her man, like, rah, rah, rah. She had a little bottle, like, his liquor with him. She was, like, she literally, like, posted up her video or her camera. Was, like, making, like, Instagram videos of her. Like, she was screaming like she was, like, his biggest fan. I'm like, I want to do that one day. I just want to support my man. Like, no matter what he does, I just want to be like, thank you to my man. My man, my man, my man. Happy, happy, happy. That was just so cute. Isn't that cute, though?
You want to... I hate the way you're putting it.
Why?
You just want to support your man?
No, but I'm saying, like, I feel like a lot of girls, like, it was nice to see her as, like, you know, like, a public figure, like, you know, like, those Instagram girls. I feel like most girls kind of be in there just kind of, like, stush, like, you know, drinking their drink. But she made it known, like, you know, like, oh, like, I'm here, like, for my man.
Okay.
Like, you know, she was screaming. Like, like, literally, like, she's never seen the show before. I think that's cute. And I think it doesn't happen that often. No? You guys get what I'm saying?
Dudes don't be going on North American and a European worldwide tour.
No, but I'm just, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
but the way you phrased it was, oh, I can't wait to support my man like that. It was like, oh, it's your man going on a worldwide tour.
But I mean, like, whatever my man does, it's just like,
looks really cool.
You can tell she was just genuinely, like, excited. And just, like, you know, like, obviously, maybe because her man's 50 Cent.
I mean, if her man is a garbage man and he's over there, you know, putting the garbage in the back of the truck and Shorty's driving along, like it's a
but there's different ways.
When
obviously,
it's 50 Cent.
Okay, obviously, if your man is one of the biggest rappers, influential rappers, and he's, you know, performing, that's different. But I mean, there's different ways you can, like, support your man and cheer your man on if he does, like, regular stuff, you know?
So, like, if your man...
if my man worked at, like, I don't know.
If your man plays in a men's league.
Yeah.
You know, just regular, just a couple man-dem, you know, they organize it and stuff.
Is he good?
I mean, he's in a men's
He's
league.
all right.
He's in a men's league.
Is he good?
He's in a men's
All
league.
right. He's not the leading
He's
scorer.
in a men's league.
He's not the leading scorer on the team.
Are you pulling up to the games
I
and
would go.
cheering and stuff?
I would go.
And he hits an and one and you're...
I would
That's
definitely
my
go.
man.
Yeah, I would go.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Okay. Oh.
But the thing is, like, I know girls who will go and just sit there. Like, I'll go and I'll clap and I'll cheer. Why not?
I think both are very supportive, but...
Yeah. But I don't want, like, am I the only person in the stands?
No.
Okay, then that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, there's three other people there. It's pretty quiet.
I'd be like,
What type of men's league?
yeah, what's up with men's league?
You've never had runs where
Is this like YMCA?
Nah, but I've just been to a lot of runs where dudes pull up with their girl, and it's like there's no one else there.
There is that,
watching.
yeah.
No, if it's like
There
a
are girls
game and
there.
it's like, you know, I can go and I can cheer, I would definitely go and cheer.
Okay, but
Runs, I never really understood bringing a girl to runs.
That too.
doesn't
If
make
it's more
sense.
like, oh, me and my boys are playing at Good Life tonight, I'm not going to that. Like, that's you and your boy time.
yeah.
Why am I going to watch you and your boys sweat over each other and play basketball? I'm fine.
That's like a big thing too, just the
And
way
it's rec.
the switch up that you make on the court when your shorty actually comes to watch you.
Yeah.
Ever seen that meme? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's, like, for example, like, if you, like, had a girl and, you know, she, like, you know, that's where it's like cheer your person on. She doesn't have to be screaming at this podcast episode every Tuesday, but, like, you know.
okay, so like if my girl's in the Louis Vuitton runway show, or if she's in the Victoria's Secret show, yeah, I'm gonna be front row cheering her on. You know, that's my baby. That's Victoria's Secret angel. Yeah.
What are you trying to say here?
I'm not. I'm saying I would support my girl.
Right. So I'm saying if you had a girl.
Yeah, and she's in the runway. for
No,
the
if
models.
you had a girl as you being Clyde, right?
Saying I can't have a runway girl.
No, I'm just saying, I'm reversing it.
Okay.
If you just being regular Clyde, you have a podcast that's booming, would you not expect your girl to cheer you on? Even though you're not 50 Cent selling out 5,000, like you would want her to, like, you know, for example, Manifesto, would you not want her to be, when we host Manifesto, like, oh, you know, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
I guess, but like she doesn't need to like repost all the clips.
No,
and each
not that,
episode
but
and
I'm
stuff.
saying, like, you would want, like,
Support.
it's a good
Yeah.
feeling, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so that's my
And
point.
a good partner supports what their partner
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Okay, then.
For sure.
But it's a little it's kind of
You're 50
easier.
Cent. Yeah.
It's easier. No, but just in general, it's easier to quote unquote support when you're an entertainer or an athlete.
Okay.
Outside of that, how do you really like? It's harder.
Well, outside of that, you do, like, you know, like if some, like, for example, like if your man gets a promotion, like you take him out, like you celebrate him, you know, buy him something, you take him out for dinner, or you book something surprising, or you book, like, you just do something. There's ways to cheer people on without having to literally cheer them on. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So, like, for example, if my man was like, oh yeah, I just, you know, got this, or I got a bonus, I'm doing something for him to celebrate that. I feel like any win that you get should be celebrated with your partner. Obviously, 50 Cent doing a North American tour is different. But I mean, for regular folk, there's definitely ways to cheer your partner on and celebrate them without looking crazy. I'm just saying, I would like that feeling one day.
Have you ever had that toxic partner that like is almost jealous of your success? Has that happened? Have you dealt with that? Like a girl that
Never had a girlfriend.
Okay, but I mean like in like with
Hey man,
well,
Yo, the death stare just gave me.
it's funny. It's funny that we say that.
The death stare that you just gave me.
okay, I'll turn the sound. I'll turn the sound effect off. Sorry.
Okay, move on.
This is no, and this
Move
is
on.
just very funny. A funny topic for me, like in this outfit.
Yeah. Never had a girlfriend. I was dressed like 50 Cent.
This is a funny topic in this outfit, but since we're here, fuck it, man.
No. Absolutely
No.
not.
Yeah, no.
All right, never mind.
And now, yeah, I don't even know what we were talking about.
I know where it was going,
Okay,
and I'm
go.
saying absolutely
Keep
not.
going.
I don't know. Oh, you're saying with Tresor, like, have you
Have I
had that?
a jealous person?
Yeah, you ever had like
No.
dealt with someone where they're jealous of like the success?
No. But I don't think girls are really like that, though.
I think they
Are
can.
they?
Yeah, I think men are more like that.
Yeah. It would be like your man doesn't want to see you shine.
Because that's
People are gonna think we're crazy because you're laughing.
no, but the real ones who listen to every episode,
People
they'll
are
know
not-
though. They'll know.
People are not gonna
they'll
know why
circle
we're
back.
laughing.
Yes, they will. Eventually, they will. Eventually, you'll know what's going
What
on.
was stupid? What I said. What I said was stupid. I did.
No, because he was.
We're literally talking on we're talking
isn't
on
fun.
eggshells. I don't even know what to do with this episode anymore. Like, do we let it fly or do we
No, you keep going.
keep going? So we're not letting it fly.
Don't cut it either.
This is.
So we're still keeping our mouths zipped. We're not.
Stop! Stop! So,
He wanted to keep talking.
He looked at me. First of all, the series.
Just about to fucking
No, hold
no,
on.
he was communicating.
The
It loudly-
series of events was I said what I said. Tresor gave me the death stare.
Yo.
Like, literally, if
I was just confused.
was
if
just
weapons
confused.
could come out
He
of
was
your
just
eyes,
confused. He was just confused.
Tresor, if weapons could come out of your eyes, I would have been shot. Like, I don't think you understand. I've never seen you even look at me like that before. Like, you looked at me like you were freaking what? Like, you were about to beat the shit out of me.
I was just confused.
No, that was like, that was a shut the fuck up, bitch. Look. Like, roll the tapes. He looked at me like, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Hey man, you just gotta tell me if we're taking it there.
No, we're not. We're not taking it there. Not yet. We're not taking it there yet.
We're not. We will one day.
One day we will, but not today. Anyways. Have you ever...
really jealous partners? Terrible.
Yeah. I mean, have you? Caravana coming up.
I've never had a jealous partner.
Okay.
Anyways, jealous partners, I don't think so. But
Partners with
Speaking
their,
of jealous partners,
their
maybe.
best male friends.
So, yeah, tying in jealous partners. Unfortunately, Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson, which is Beyonce's mom and Beyonce's stepfather, are getting a divorce, right? Which is unfortunate. You know, people getting divorced is always sad. But somehow Twitter is Twitter and black people are black people. Mm-hmm. And they somehow managed to go through Richard Lawson's likes on Twitter. Now, Richard Lawson being an older man, I don't know if he knows how Twitter works. I don't know if he knows that when you like things, they are public. But his entire like feed was just porn. Ooh, like crazy, like X-rated, very explicit porn. I don't know if he was trying to make a point or if he's just a very sick man. Because there's no reason, like, have you ever gone through someone's likes? Like, be honest.
No.
Don't lie. You've never gone through someone's likes?
Intentionally. I'm sure I've looked at someone's likes, but I've never, like, intentionally went to go look at someone's likes.
Have you looked at someone's likes? I have.
The girl I was dating, yeah, and I regret that shit. Don't
really?
Yeah, that was...
To me, I feel like looking through someone's likes is kind of like, okay, like, you gotta get to see what kind of vibe they're on. Like, I feel like when you like certain stuff, it might either relate to you, or you find it funny or whatever. Like, it's not a bad thing.
I saw
think there's also a reason why,
I saw the vibe she was on.
Oh.
It was bad.
You didn't like it?
No.
Yeah. I think there's a reason why likes
are...
a
red flag. Big-ass red flag that I ignored.
I think there's a reason why likes are public. But it's like, yeah, if you go through likes, whatever. But, like, if you go through a man's likes and it's all porn...
On your main account, that's crazy.
What do you mean on your main account?
If you're gonna do that,
account,
if you're gonna do that, you at least need a burner.
Or just don't like porn.
Oh, so like we're supposed to do like y'all girls do and just put it in your bookmarks and
yes,
likes.
Yes, like a normal sane
but
person.
It's still there.
But no one can see it.
Okay.
Like if I go through a man's likes and it's just straight like porn, like every single.
But I don't understand why you're even liking it though. I don't like. Do I need to refer back to it?
You're a freaky nigga if you're fucking.
Like, I could just look at it and keep scrolling.
But I guess why
am I liking?
Well, some people do like certain types of porn. So I mean, some people like it as a way to go back to it. Like, you know, have you ever seen like a very good like video and you're like, yeah, I like this one, and you go back to it maybe a few times?
That video.
Yeah, but I've never
like. I feel like everyone has
video.
that.
But I've never liked.
Everyone has the video.
I feel like everyone has that video where you're like.
But I've never liked it. If I want to go back,
not
to it.
liked it, but I'm saying maybe like in your head, you like, okay, now I know what to search because I like this video. I like that part, so you know to go search for that video so you can see it. I feel like Richard Lawson doesn't know how Twitter works. Maybe his mind's a little, he's confused. But he was just, maybe he's like, yo, these are a lot of things I like and I want to go back to them. So he liked them, maybe not knowing it was public.
Save that for later.
Exactly.
Yeah, old people.
You know what's kind of, I think, is weird about Twitter and like porn? Why is Twitter porn like the most ethical porn? You know? What
do you mean ethical?
It seems like it's like...
I mean, porn's not unethical.
Hey, there's some feminists.
Oh, actually, yeah. Oh my God, did you see that? I don't know if we can even say it on here. There was a TikTok that this like man asked this like white woman who was pregnant, like, oh, like what's your favorite genre of porn? And she was like CNC.
Oh, I did see that.
I was like, what? And I didn't understand the buzz. And she was like,
yeah,
he was like, what CNC? And someone back when was like consensual non-consent. And it was like play R word. And I was like, what the hell?
Well, this kind of goes back to the convo we had last week about kinks that are...
That to me is a shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
But there...
No, that is so... No. That's not regular. I don't think that's regular. Is that regular? That's not regular. I would never...
No. I don't... Yeah, that's crazy to me.
That's not regular.
But,
Why'd you say it with such...
Because it's not.
I don't think it's... No. And she said it so casual too. And she's pregnant, so it's like, girl... Oh my!
I wouldn't even be comfortable being with a girl who likes something like that.
And the way the way the black guy's face dropped, he was like, "What?" Yeah. So it's like basically, I don't know. I think the porn world is a little bit too big.
It's a yeah.
And there's a lot of things. It's kind of like the ocean.
There's a porn for literally anything you could think of. You could type it in and put the word porn at the end, and there's a video.
Yuck.
It's also
literally anything.
It's
No,
a big
man.
feminist argument that any porn that exists at all, no matter what the genre or the context, is unethical and misogynistic. Like that's a common thing that, you know.
Even like female dominant.
Yeah, amateur, all of it, because it's like the point of it, I guess, or the primary function of porn is for men's pleasure or whatever.
That's not true because I know a lot of girls who watch porn.
Right. That's what I think it's, I don't know.
I mean, I'm also guilty. I will dibble and dabble.
You
Not
have,
religiously.
You have that video.
Yeah, because I don't, one thing about me, I don't want to see something I don't want to see. So I'm not a scroller. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people like just, didn't you say you like go page after page after page?
When did I ever say that?
I swear you said like you'll scroll.
Zoe does that in such a wild, like.
Didn't you, are you a scroller?
I don't think I ever said that.
I swear you said you're a scroller when you're on corn sites.
Like, I'll scroll, but I don't think I ever said I'll go page after page after page.
Maybe not page, but you're scrolling.
You were telling me how you hate black women, and then you said this. Like, the way that Zoe, in passing, will bring up something that was happening, and it'll just make you look so bad. Like,
Yeah, I don't remember that conversation.
Okay, anyways, but are you a scroller, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, are you a scroller?
Yeah.
I'm not
It
a
does
scroller.
get kind of dangerous.
Because sometimes I don't want to see anything because I will like
gets
get
kinda
turned
crazy.
off real fast. So if I'm in like the mood, I just need to know, look, let me just go to that video because I just know. And also, which I think I said this before, I'm like a, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm like a rewind type girl. Like I would rather please myself to a thought of someone that I'm actively sleeping with than watch porn.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Like if I got my back like blown, like I had like bomb ass, like crazy, like yeah, this was it. I would just think about that.
You have game tape?
Or you're just like a imagination.
What's game tape?
What? Use context clues.
Oh,
You seem, like, hearing that, it sounds like you're probably someone who's big on game tape.
if he likes it, I love it.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I don't have it though. Like I don't have, but I need to find someone though. And I feel like with men sometimes I like the next like I need to find a guy who's like comfortable doing it because I'm really about it. So if he likes it, I love it. And if he wants to try it and I trust him, I'll do it. Because I'd rather watch myself, I think, than watch some other big booty chick. Like why not? No. It is very risky.
It's risky,
It is
especially
extremely
as a
risky.
woman. It's probably
It is
more risk
extremely risky.
on your guys.
And it would probably absolutely have to be on my phone. Like, I don't think he can even get a copy. Not on my phone? What do you want me to do it on? A camcorder?
Yo, that's...
That is
Technically
OD.
speaking, that does make more sense.
Oh, it does, but that's like setting up a tripod.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
setting up a tripod.
That's
I know,
and
no, you are
lighting.
right, though. It is a lot safer to do
It
a
is a lot
camera than a
safer.
phone, but I'm
Yeah.
also,
'Cause people
I don't
are
know.
hacking.
I even,
Or just don't
I mean,
use
you be
iCloud.
making, don't use, how do you do not?
I've never been an iCloud user ever in my life.
Oh,
I've
so
never
you-
used
yeah, you're
iCloud a
good.
day in my life.
Really?
Because that's how it
No.
gets leaked.
Because that's
Oh,
like
I have iCloud.
Someone
people
hacks
will
your iCloud.
hack your stuff easy. I've never used iCloud a day in my life.
How do you turn that off?
Yeah, how do you back up your
Yeah.
shit?
You back up your phone to your computer.
Wow.
Like using a cord?
You got
Yes.
space.
Oh, you're old school
you got
for real.
space on your computer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are smart for real.
You've thought
It's not
this through.
that
Holy
much.
shit.
It's not that much space.
I feel like it is a different, like a very drastic different
Girls
amount
be
of
having
space.
40,000 pictures.
Say my phone is like what? What is it, like 256 gigs? Your computer is like a terabyte.
It's a quarter of your computer.
Is it?
You said 256.
Full.
Gigs.
But realistically, your phone is not going to be full when you back it up. And when you back it, yeah.
That's why you back it up, though, because it's full and you need more space.
That's not usually why I back up my phone. I'll back up my phone if I like got a new phone
Okay.
and I'll transfer it. I've never ever used iCloud ever.
Yeah,
It
I
just
feel like
sounds like a disaster waiting. to
If
happen.
I get to the point where I'm comfortable enough to start making game tape, because I've always been interested. It's just,
You seem like a game tape person. That's interesting.
I am. But I also want it to
Yeah.
be,
it's too risky.
Smart.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
It's too
yeah.
risky.
because if
It's too risky. If that leaks,
that's what I'm saying.
oh man.
Oh, and you're the
Also-
podcast lady.
and-
Oh. Oh.
And
Those
to
meme
think-
accounts?
And to think about some of the guys I was contemplating doing game tape with, I'm glad that I didn't. So, like I said, it just needs everything happens for a reason. And I feel like, God will guide you in the right direction. And God is guiding me not to make game tape with the wrong person.
And those guys, you feel like would have like utilized it in an evil
I don't
way?
think they would have utilized it in an evil way, but I don't know if I would be 100% comfortable knowing how things have ended with me and said men and them having a video of me.
Yeah.
Like I would never accuse them of showing, like leaking it, but I would just not be comfortable with them having it based on how our communication has ended. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally do. I think you're right.
I think the even more risky one is people who record those videos or any type of explicit videos on Snap. And just keep it in the for my eyes only.
That is not for your eyes only, by the way.
Bro,
it might say for your eyes only, but it is not for your eyes only.
I don't even really utilize that. Like I don't know
I might have a few.
I don't have a single thing in for my eyes only.
I
Never.
do.
Never.
Not game tape, but I might have a little
Let me
sexy
tell
photo
you,
in there.
I definitely had to message a girl that I know once and be like, yo, did you get hacked? Oh. And they're like, yeah, I saw it. Someone locked me out of my account, posted all of my for-your IO. Her whole story was just titties, coochie, flicking the bean, titties, coochie. Like, it was crazy. And you know people were sending that around. If it's on your public
immediately.
Story, that was crazy. And I'm like, yo, see, this is why I would never ever do something like this.
How do you even
sounds
find
scary
it?
just hearing about that shit. Oh man,
That's way too risky, bro.
what is for? It's like you take a picture and you.
So
save
what
it
it is, it's
you
my
can-
eyes only on Snapchat, and you put in your code, and all your pictures will come up. But I'm about to delete mine.
every picture you've ever taken.
No,
No,
the ones
pictures
put
that
in
you saved
folder.
in
You
that
need to
folder.
put it to that.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have like nudes or sensitive pictures, you put them. But I'm literally about to delete mine right. Actually, I'll wait till episode's over to delete it.
That's crazy,
But I'm about
bro.
to delete mine.
That is
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I've never used that either for that reason.
What about? Oh, but you do you hidden in your camera roll?
No.
So what, you just have your D pics just all up in your camera roll like that?
Well, I'm not really a D pic taker.
I thought you said you'd be sending them.
I have before. I'm definitely not an active sender.
Okay, I understand that.
No,
I'm
but
saying
in general,
the
like
past.
even just throughout my whole life, I'm not an active sender at all. My homie down there is pretty camera shy, so it's hard to,
It's not
I
photogenic.
beg your pardon?
yeah.
Man said he's not photogenic.
What does that even mean?
It's just camera shy. Like I can't, like, it's like a mental thing. Like I can't get it all the way there to take the pic because I know I'm taking a pic and I'm putting too much pressure on myself,
He never pulls up for the picture. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't pull up for the picture.
All right.
So it doesn't really happen.
What is going on?
Yeah, I don't like it. What
do you mean?
Let's keep going.
What is going on right now?
So if I'm sending, basically what I'm saying is if I'm sending one, it would be live. So I'm not saving it.
If I'm sending one, it will be live, like a
Yes.
live photo.
Yeah, like I'm taking that picture right now. So I know I don't have things saved in my phone because I saved it, I sent it, and now it's gone.
But what are you sending it on?
Snap.
But I feel like Snap still has it. Yes, they do.
Snapchat, the
Any
app
photo you take,
probably has it.
yeah, any photo you take on Snap,
It's just not
Snap
saved.
has it in some like arsenal.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm sure it's in a
even
database
even if
somewhere.
it's 100%.
Everything is in a database.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
Snap could fuck us all up. man.
100%.
It could, yeah.
I just wiped out my eyes
But
only.
nah, I'm not like a, yeah.
So then I'm saying, where do y'all be saving? Like I'm saying, where do y'all be saving? You don't save your.
I don't save anything.
But
No.
sometimes my body just looks good. I might not even send it. Like half the pictures I deleted, my body just looked great at the time, so I didn't even send it.
Anything of that nature that I'm
But-
sending, it's on Snap and it's live, like he said, and it's
Yeah.
in the moment, and like it's
And
not
now it's
staying.
gone,
It's not
yeah.
staying on my phone anywhere.
But you
can't-
just said that your groundhog doesn't come out to see its shadows, so I'm confused as to like.
Well, you got to get it to work. It's tough. But when you get it to work, you get it to work, and then that's it. That's why I'm not an active sender.
Oh, because did you say you're? Never mind. It's fine. We got it.
He's more like a gamer, He shows up like when the game's on, Like all the
I think it's
all
just
the interviews and everything beforehand, all the
Men's
superficial
bodies
shit.
are just so weird because like you just have this little gummy thing like just between your legs all the time, and I'm thinking it's gonna like do something, but it's just this little like gross like soft thing.
You know the phrase that they say about the gummy thing that
It's just to me, it's just so gross. I just think soft penises are just like, look.
the cliche saying about them. It has a mind of its own.
Obviously, I don't expect it to be hard all the time, but I just think God,
Has a mind of its own.
It definitely has a mind of its own.
I know. Like, I just think it's just like, I don't know. To me, I don't know. This
And
the
like
thought.
that's a mental thing. Like
You got to go back and forth with the
getting it on brick, it's half mental. That's why sometimes dudes, if they're too like nervous, it won't go up. So it's the same as if
half mental. I feel like half mental is not true.
What do you
It's
think
probably
the
a
ratio is?
majority mental.
Yeah, it's probably more
It's
mental,
probably
if
a
anything.
majority mental over physical. Because I could think you're the fireest girl ever, but if I'm nervous, it's not gonna work.
I don't think everyone's like that. But I don't
There's
think
three
it's
guys in the room. That
I
are-
know, I understand, but I don't think it's like 50% mental. So you're telling me
probably more
50% you
mental.
have to think about getting your piece hard?
No, I'm saying you could think yourself out of it. Like if you're if you're not comfortable or if something is off with you mentally, then it's probably not gonna flourish.
Okay, I get that. I thought you meant like 50%. I need to really think about this to get this up, and I'm like,
No.
that's not true.
No, it's more for it like, yeah, like if you're like nervous or something and it might not go up and now you're even more in your head because it's not going up and now it's not working. Situations like that. That's why girls need to cut guys some slack.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ask for slack all the time.
And we never get it. So
Not
what?
true.
When do we get slack?
You guys get
We
slack.
don't get slack
Give
ever.
us a break, man. God, you're so hard on us.
You guys do get slack.
Don't with what in what situation?
Life. You're existing, aren't you?
Life is literally hard.
You're existing, are you not, as a man?
And that's slack.
I'm not having fun,
The
though.
bare minimum, just living.
Life's hard.
I hate it here. I mean, listen, man. What do you want me to tell you?
At the end of the day, even down to just biologically, we gotta work. We gotta put work in to get love and respect. Just off the simple fact that you guys have the miracle of birthing a child.
Miracle.
It is a miracle. Just
Calling it a miracle?
it is.
I'm with you.
It's called the miracle of life.
I'm with you. That's-
Just even
I'm
for the
not calling
boost.
it a miracle.
Just
a
even-
miracle is something that's I think it's an amazing ability and strength that we have. But miracle, my vagina expanding 10 centimeters and ripping to my asshole is maybe not a miracle. It is definitely a strength and a strong ability that I have.
It's
but
a miracle. A baby comes from nowhere and
It doesn't
grows
come from
inside
nowhere.
you.
It comes from your sperm and it meets my egg.
Yeah, and it grows inside. A human grows inside your body.
I wouldn't
That's
really call that a miracle. Is more like, I don't know. When I think miracle, I think like
It's like
Something
Zoe
you would
admitting
nev-
she's wrong. Like it's just a miracle. Like just, the Lord answered our prayers. Like it's like, how'd that happen? That doesn't happen.
yeah,
every day.
I wouldn't really consider childbirth. I would just say like, oh, it's like, it's a woman's strength that some women want, some women don't. But it's ability that our bodies have. Like our bodies were built for this. So
Yeah, just so even the fact that you guys could do that, you're already on a higher tier than us because you're more
not
important.
all men think that. Not in society doesn't think that.
They don't treat it.
You
that
cannot
way.
argue that just or don't even.
No,
Don't even.
yeah, they don't. But like, if you get down to it, I feel like technically, like someone would think if we were just to put me and you together, someone would feel like you are more valuable to this earth for the fact that you can bring more people to the earth than me.
But I mean, not without a man biologically. Like I can't
Yeah.
bring
No,
more
but I'm
people.
just talking about me versus you. Like there's other men. I'm just talking about me,
What happened?
not men. in
Nothing.
general.
Just we're having a great conversation about this. It could go so bad so easily though. No, but
Can
y'all
it?
like
Oh, okay.
yeah.
there's a lot of politics around this.
Just
stuff
so
right now,
you
right?
know,
Yeah.
just for that simple fact. So it's tough for us.
So
you know?
giving birth and who gives birth and the names.
Yeah, didn't the Raptors get in trouble for that before? Remember the Raptors? They were like, oh, for International Women's Day, like, why do you? And like, oh, they're the only ones who can like bring life, and they were like, oh my God, no!
birthing people?
Birthing people, yeah. I mean,
Trey,
it's just
why you wanna,
it's
don't get us in trouble.
yeah, it's like 2020. Yeah, it's just
He looks at me. He's like, "No, I'm potting, bro. Don't worry." But it's like, no. Zoe will say stop.
yeah, it's just it's the politics now. But I understand what you're saying. But
What were we even talking about?
I don't know. It's like we always segue off our topic list, and I don't know how we got from that video to corn to. Didn't we start from cheering your man on? Like I don't understand how we got here.
Yeah, I have no idea. What's the next topic?
But regardless, next topic in regards to. Let me do next topic. What next topic do you want to do? Come, please. You saying next topic from standing all the
Yeah,
way over
you're
there. If you're gonna
across
say
the
next
room.
topic, then what?
All right, sir.
Hello? No, No, because like, what
This
the
is an
hell?
audio podcast.
Yeah, this is an audio podcast. Speak.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. No, there's a video that I saw, and then it spawned the topic of like what you attract and things like that. And let me play the video for y'all first. Oh man, in the video.
Oh.
You ever realize that you're somebody's type? Like, not saying that, like, you have a type, but that, like, there's a type of person who, no matter what, you will attract over and over. Like, the same, like, archetype of person. What do you do about that? Do you have to, like, change up your aesthetics entirely? Because I can't... If another white woman with dyed hair and bangs and she/they pronouns and tattoos hits on me, I'm going to jump out of a window. Now, I'm not literally going, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with y'all. I just, what am I doing?
What do you think he looks like?
He's giving like, okay, wait. He said a white woman with tattoos and they
Dyed
them
hair,
pronouns,
bangs.
dyed hair, bangs. He's probably like a light skin type of guy, or is he like dark skin nerdy? He's either dark skin nerdy or light skin corny.
Remember the archetype you built about the
Childish Gambino fans.
Oh.
Anyways, no, but dude, that guy, he has a lot of good content. That he has a.
So what is
very
he, dark skin
interesting-
corny or dark skin nerdy?
Dark skin nerdy, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
But shout out
What
to
he's
dude.
saying makes sense.
Yeah, but have you guys experienced that where there's like, it just seems like there's one type of person, one genre of human being that, even if it's not romantic, like friendship wise, or people that just seem to always fall across like your life?
Not really.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I feel like I have a very diverse mix of people, whether it's friends or like romantic relationships. I feel like I have a
You
very...
don't have like a type that you seem to attract. I think it's like a trope in movies too, where like a girl will be like dating a guy. And she's like, "Oh, this guy's way better than all the other guys because I usually date like losers that are broke." And he's
Were you
like
gonna say
trying.
homeless.
Well, yeah, and then he's like actually homeless, and he's trying to hide the fact, and like he's like lying about being rich or whatever. And it's like, I don't know. Is there a certain?
I feel like in terms of like archetypes, it varies for me because I feel like I'm a mixture of different archetypes. So I don't really, it's not just one specific one. Like I used to play sports, but I'm also in the arts, but I'm also like dark skin, but I'm not like in the streets. So like a certain type of person, So I feel like I get a mixture, but I will say, a lot of light-skinned women, because light-skinned women seem to seek out like darker-skinned guys.
Sometimes, yeah.
I feel like that's what I feel like a lot of light-skinned girls are like, oh, I don't like light-skinned guys. Like, I want my guy to be
looks like your cousin.
dark. Yeah, and we look the same. So that happens a lot. But besides that, I feel like I'm a pretty regular archetype where like it'll depend on like what setting I'm in. So I get what he's saying where it's like, I don't think you necessarily have to switch up your aesthetics because that's not really going to change who you are as a person. Like if girls like black guys, they like black guys. And that's no matter how I look, the girls that like black guys are going to like black guys. And if they like black guys and they think I'm attractive, then it is what it is. Like there's not really nothing that I could do to change that.
I feel like I definitely attract very like quiet, nonchalant type guys. Majority.
That's interesting.
I've had a few like loud and obnoxious where I was like, this is not gonna work. But I think
so interesting.
most of the guys that like I've entertained or like been with have been like, yeah, like, and when I say some of them are like, but nonchalant doesn't always mean good, and calm is not always good either. So I've always attracted like, yeah, like those like.
A calm, angry person is scary.
Is it?
Like a person who, when they're the angriest, they're calm. That can be like a scary thing. That can be hard to be in a relationship with.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. I feel like I usually attract, but I do like the calm guy though, and I do need the calm guy. But there's a certain type of calm guy that I need.
Okay.
Because sometimes like too nonchalant is like, it's almost like.
But you like calm. Calm is working
But
out.
calm is 100% necessary. Like I cannot date a hothead. I cannot date the loudest guy in the room. I cannot date the attention seeker. Like I just need a very like calm.
I think people think because of who I am that I want a girl like that, and I don't really want a girl like that.
You don't want a calm girl.
No, I mean people think I would be with the girl with 300,000 followers and she posts every like the Instagram model loud. Like, that's not really my vibe. I don't like that.
Okay.
What's yours?
I don't know. I was having a moment with this. Like, I was like really like auditing myself and the people and the energies that I allowed in my life, and I was just kind of realizing like I've had a lot of takers, man. A lot of people who need a lot of needy people and things that require. And when I stop, doing those things, and that's when things seem to go left,
Yeah.
But I could see that though. Like with your personality, I could see how like
You're too nice.
like a person like that would try to take advantage.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm a type of person that certain people their mouth starts watering when they see me because I'm a nice person or something. They know that they can take
like Instagram models in Zion. Easy lick.
barbecue chicken.
Baked beans.
Well, and another place that brought me to this is how and I guess it's like a narrative on Twitter too, right? Where it's like, oh, Toronto women, they get the most money. They have their own spot. They always have the most money and stuff like that. Toronto, they make way more money than Toronto guys. And I'm like, bro, I never where, like never had girls like have it like together like that, have their own place. Like I've never really even had that,
That's interesting. 'Cause I know way more girls who have their own place than guys I know.
Yeah, but
maybe that's
also
energy that I'm allowing into my. Maybe that's like the thing
That's
that just
true.
it's a reoccurring thing for me, right?
But also, I feel like people in that specific situation, the Toronto girls have more money than men, and they all have their own place and whatnot. I feel like people shift the goalposts a lot.
Yeah,
Because if we're gonna keep it a
yeah,
stack,
for sure.
Like, yeah, a lot of girls may have their own place more than men, but why? You have your own place because you and your mom are beefing, and we're forced to leave, or you hate your family situation and you left your crib. That doesn't make you better than me because now you live on your own because you had static in your house, and my household is peaceful and I want to stay at home.
I came from a real place.
Yeah,
that's real. No,
but that's real,
That's a
though.
scenario
That
that
was a
could occur.
headshot.
You know those people, like those people,
And that's not even me, and I felt offended. Damn.
like those people on the internet.
why'd you have to go so hard like that?
But it's the truth, because those people on the
and say,
internet.
your mom hates you, so you have to move out. You and I are not the same. Like, what?
That's real though. That was
It's
real.
a fact,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Because my thing is, those people that are like, I don't know how you could still be over 19 years old and still live at home. Just because you had to leave home at 16 does not mean everyone else does.
But didn't I talk about this? How I would never shame people for still living at home? Didn't we we got into an argument?
But you
A
kind
little
of
like
did at the
this.
same time.
I never
No,
shamed.
you
I
shamed
always
You didn't shame. You didn't.
Oh,
You shamed roommates,
Yeah, that's
not
what you
people
shamed.
living at home.
huh? I did a little.
That
bit
was a
shame
mind-blowing episode for me because I was like, yo, Zoe's fucking crazy. There's no way that people would prefer a guy that lives at home than a guy with roommates. And
But
it
I'm
turns
saying
out
live at home.
that's a popular thing.
A lot of women did. Well, some women didn't agree. Some women did agree. But like I said, if he's living at home for the right reasons, he has a plan and he wants to save and whatever, that is not a problem to me. I will never be like, oh, he lives at home, I'm not going to talk to him. Like, what? I love living at home.
We don't have to get back into that same conversation.
Yeah.
We would go for 20 minutes. but it's true though, because I will say an overwhelming majority of I feel like, I don't know why it is, and especially I feel like it's girls and their moms. I know a lot of girls who don't have the best relationship with their mom, and they said that was the driving factor for them moving out.
That's a driving for a lot of people for moving out, though. Like my dad, when he moved out or technically got kicked out, was because of friction with his dad.
Big part of the reason
Yeah.
I live on my own.
Yeah, I think that's not gender specific.
I just
depends
don't
on
think that
people's situation.
if that's the situation, you should be flexing like you're better than people that don't live on their own.
So you think I'm sorry, let me just get this clear. So you think that if you have a peaceful life at home and choose to move out, then that makes it different?
No, I'm saying
You know what I mean? Like, I have a peaceful life at home. I have no static with my mom. I live with my sister. Like, the three of us live, and we all have space. Like, we all have our own rooms. Like, we live in a 4-bedroom house. Like, it's a good size house. I would never be like if I chose to live on my own because I wanted to and I have the money to, does that make me better than the girl who had static with her mom because she felt like she had to live? I feel like it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't make you better because you're not acting like you're better. I'm talking about the people that act like they're better than the people that live at home because they live on their own. It's not a war between the reasons why you moved out. It's
Right.
people that take their situation and spin it to try to look down on other people that aren't in that situation that they're in.
Have you had people look down on you because you live at home?
No, but I don't really care. Even if someone did, I wouldn't really care.
Okay.
So nah.
You have roommates?
Is that from me or from some other people? Who is it?
No, yeah, I've had it from you and other people.
Okay, exactly. So, I mean, like I said, it's not, I don't know. It's not bad.
The only time I ever felt shame was when I was younger. And you know, like before you have a car and you're just pushing your family whip. So there was a few times that I was whipping the minivan to school. After those times, I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this again.
You were
But
getting roasted.
I don't like that either.
Ridiculed.
I hate when people used to, like, that I never agreed with, because I used to drive my mom's car everywhere because my mom, well, she used to stay at home, so she would let me. And my mom drove a Honda CRV at the time. So I used to drive that car everywhere. But no one could be like, oh, you're driving your mom's car or you're driving your family car. Where the hell's your mom's car? Does your mom even have a car? Does your mom even let you take the car?
Yeah,
but you're
it's
here
one
in my
thing
backseat, so
but
get
it's-
out. Like,
It's
that
one
could
thing
never.
about the car, but like the minivan also
What?
makes it tougher on us.
Why? Because it's a minivan?
Yes.
And my broke ass over here going, your mom's got cars?
People used to roast the minivan.
I don't care my thing is, back then, to me, if you had access to a car, I don't care what it was.
I was the same way too. I think that's one of those things about growing up that's weird. You know how it's crazy how
sure.
like you don't realize something's a thing until someone makes fun of you for it, or like you don't realize you're poor until someone calls you poor.
But I wouldn't even call that poor.
No, I'm that's a separate.
Oh, okay,
I'm just
okay.
saying, like, you don't really take in that you're poor until people who aren't poor call you poor.
Yo, maybe I have trauma with this because, like, the school I went to in grade 9 and 10, they would, like, make fun of kids for, like, their houses and stuff. And it was a very affluent
Yeah.
school. And, like, they were mean. Like, there was one kid who had, like, not the nicest house. And,
Yeah.
like, that, like, I think they made a nickname for him around, like, his house and shit. Like, the way kids are about that
That's
shit
mean.
is
I've
so
had a
mean.
situation where I think, and I don't think I grew up poor. Like, we had a nice house, and, my mom always had a car and whatever. Like, my mom did very well for a single mom. So I would never say we were poor. Like, sometimes was finances tight? Of course, 100%. That's like most people living as a single parent. But my mom did very well as a single mom. So I think I've had situations where I don't realize how well off I was growing up. Like, kids used to come, like, I just thought we lived in, and this is the same house I grew up in. We lived in a 4-bedroom house. We had the corner lot of a townhouse, you know what I'm saying? I just thought it was like a regular house, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But there's situations where kids would come over and be like, whoa. And I'd be like, seriously? Like, and even my mom never thought, my mom was like, yeah, like, our house is cool, but she never thought it was like a amazing dream. I'd be like, yeah, like, our house is nice. Like, it's a good house. But, like, kids would come over and be like, oh my God, like, I want to sleep here. And I'd be like, dead ass?
Nah,
I don't know.
get that.
It happens on all levels.
Yeah. It does happen in reverse and the right way. You're right. I feel like sometimes you just don't really realize until you hear it through the eyes of somebody else.
I had no problem with the minivan until people started roasting me for it. Because in my head, I was like, yeah, like, more of the gang can fly if we're going somewhere.
Facts.
I have more seats.
Exactly. And I feel like the people who roast you for things like that are the people who don't even have access to those things. It's like the whole
so?
thing of 100%. I feel like people who are willing, because I remember there was one time, the situation where I was driving my mom's car, and I think something was wrong with the engine. So, like, it was making a sound, and she didn't get it fixed yet. So I was driving, and I had, like, my friends in it, and one of the girls like, oh, like, your car is making, like this crazy ass sound. And what my other girl turned around and she's like, bro, she's like, your mom doesn't even have a car. Like, where's your car? Like, do you want to be driving us? Because you don't even have access to a car. And she shut up. But I was like, yeah, like, a lot of people who, like, will nitpick at your situation or will, like, think, are people who don't even have those things or even never experienced it or have access to it.
Bitterness. Like,
It's super bitterness. Yeah. It's the same way, like, the preachiest people are people who are literally bad vibes. The worst person on this earth are people who are protect my peace and bad vibes stay away. You are the bad vibes.
Yeah.
Protect your peace from what? From yourself? You are literally the devil.
Like, the worst people, they don't
self-proclaimed
know.
empaths.
It is literally insane. Every single person who used the terms protect my peace, or people who use terms like,
Soft life.
yeah, no, that's different. The protect my peace or bad vibes, stay away, or I don't. good vibes only. Every person I know who uses those terms religiously are not good people. Have terrible attitudes, have terrible temper, have no accountability. Some of the preachiest people are the worst people.
Prettiest people do the ugliest things.
So it's like,
Are the soft life people good people?
what is soft life? I generally, to this day, I don't understand.
I thought it was an African thing.
Soft life? I don't think it's an African thing.
It is not an African thing.
Oh, I hate when you guys do this.
Are you talking about?
Because you guys did this last week, and someone in the comments was like, "No, I see what he's saying."
I don't think soft life
I
is
don't think
African.
that was what. I don't think that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Isn't it a Nigerian thing? Isn't it a cultural thing?
Is it? I don't think so. Anyways, someone asked me like, "Oh, like, are you a soft life girl?" And I was like, "What does that even mean?" Like, I don't understand. Like, what, you don't have to work, but you have nice things. Like, what does that mean? Like, you don't stress. Like, what is soft life? I don't get it. I've never called myself.
Are you talking about chop life?
I don't know. I got an article right here. Soft life originated in Nigeria.
Oh, did it? Because Nigerian babes live soft lives. Is that what it is? I can kind of see that.
But also chop life, which kind of could mean the same thing, is from Nigeria too.
What does chop life mean?
Chop life is a Nigerian slang that encourages you to squeeze every last drop out of life's pleasures.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that too.
Okay, maybe. Regardless, that soft life thing still doesn't. I've never considered myself.
That is just people that don't want to work and want everything handed to them.
I don't know what soft life means. I don't think I've ever, like, soft life to me
It's
is like
girls that don't want to work and want someone else to fund their life.
I'm just a girl.
I just want to exist.
Have you seen that thing on Twitter that was hashtag RentDue? Have you seen that?
Yeah, we were
When they were singing.
working right up to this. Yeah.
The RentDue. So basically, and I was kind of surprised. This is the first time where, men actually did have a point. And that's me saying it. So on Twitter, they were like timing women. They would like watch women's tweets to see how they are throughout the month. And there was a trend where women from say we're July, right? This is August, but say July, right? From July 5th to July 25th, it was all like, men ain't shit, I don't need no man, like, these men ain't nothing. And then from July 25th to 31st, it was like, I just need a provider. Men aren't providers anymore. Who are the men who build houses? And literally, men were like, hashtag RentDue. Women start to change their tone
Like clockwork.
of their tweets when they realize, I'm still paying my own bills. And there were, I was literally scrolling through, there are so countless examples of women, and I don't know if, women do it subconsciously, or if maybe, but I think that's the thing, because I definitely have friends who are, when rent's coming up, they're like, bro, man, I need to find a scammer, I need to find a man. It's like, bro, women subconsciously put it in their head, when you gotta pay your rent, or you gotta pay, your bills, or, utilities, or your phone bill, oh my God, I need a man. And that's why men are hashtagging RentDue. It's like, so now your tune is changing when you realize, I have to provide for myself.
It's not a luxury we have.
Mm-hmm. And do you see how crazy that is if allegedly the women are overwhelmingly making more money than the men, and we still have to...
Apparently, you guys make the most money.
Y'all make the most money, so why is the rent due a problem now?
You're in a bad mood when
when
rent's coming up.
Y'all are getting all the peas.
I mean...
And now rent coming up and you're shaking. So if you're making you're making more money than me and you're shaking, what do you think I'm doing? And now you want me to pay yours too? What am I doing then?
Hey man, I don't think I have a problem being the breadwinner though. If I ever am,
You have no problem.
I'm not buying
making more money than your man.
If it's like a
See, no, that's two different things. Being the breadwinner and making more money is two different things.
Is it?
Explain the distinction.
What's the difference?
I feel like being the breadwinner means that you are providing for most of the things that are going on. You can make more. If she makes more money than me, but I'm with her and I'm still paying for everything, she's still making more money. But if she's the breadwinner, then she's probably paying for more stuff.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, fine, that's fair. Okay, yeah, you're right. I don't want to be the breadwinner, but I wouldn't mind making more money.
Yeah, because you get to save it all because we're paying for everything.
I would never let my man pay for everything. 100% I would not. What would you pay for then?
Just the major stuff.
What do you mean?
Like rent and the most expensive.
I don't think he would have to pay all. I would never
bills.
expect a man to pay all of rent.
If
he is, I'm not going to fight him though. If he's like, yo, I got it, I'm not gonna be like, no, I got it too. I definitely like,
I hate those tweets when people are like, yeah, we'll still split things. He'll cover the rent and I'll cover the bills. The water bill is $60.
Well, my parents were like that.
Yeah, that's great.
My mom told me that. My dad,
He does the rent. I got the phone bill.
my dad paid
Rent
the mortgage,
is
and my mom paid
3,000
utilities.
Rent is $3,000. The water bill is $60.
Okay.
The electric bill is $150.
Women want you to build houses in exchange for chicken Alfredo. You see that?
First
tweet?
of all,
If I'm paying
Don't do
three
that.
bands, if I'm paying 3 bands and you're paying 4 bills and you're trying to
why
look
are you
like,
pocket watching so hard?
how is that pocket watching? This is I'm utilities watching.
Yeah, but it's like,
This
bro.
is easily researchable information.
But I'm saying, if the man wants to pay the mortgage, like, why am I gonna be like, no?
No, I've never said that. I'm
Right.
talking about the people that tweet that as if it's like on the same
But I'm saying,
scale.
my parents were in the same situation. Like, my dad paid the mortgage, and my mom, she would, throw some money here.
And I'm
around,
sure
blah,
that
blah,
your
blah.
mom would not be online tweeting about how she's covering the utilities and the man has to cover the rent.
No.
I'm sure she would not do
Absolutely
that.
not.
And that's what I'm saying.
I said, listen, one thing about me, I'll say nothing's an expectation. I'll never expect anyone to do anything. Like, you can do what you want to do. I can react how I want, but you can do whatever you want to do. So if you are like, oh, you have to pay 50% of rent, I can choose how to react to that if I want to. I'm not going to expect you to pay the full rent. But if you are going to pay the full rent or majority of the rent, then I'm not going to,
If I
argue
pay
it.
if I pay the rent, is this my crib?
No. And that's one thing I will always say too. I will
I'm asking the question.
Bro, one thing about okay.
If
so we're
I
talking
pay the
about
rent, is it my crib?
No,
I agree with you. I disagree with her answer.
no. If we are, first of all, my parents were together. They had a family. They had my sister and I. They were married.
You're in marriage. Okay, I feel like marriage takes it to a different level.
Okay, but I'm saying if for example, even if you're married or together, my dad paid the mortgage. It wasn't my dad's house. It was their house together. Both of their names were on the house.
Because they're married. Or was this before they were married?
No, because they were married. But I'm saying, even if like they weren't married and my dad paid majority of the rent, he would never leave my mom off the rent or whatever, or like the name. Like, her name would not be on the lease, wouldn't not be on the lease. But that's a very big thing for me, because I would never live with a man if my name's not on the lease, because there's no way you're going to turn around and kick me out.
Get out. I said get out.
There's no way.
Step.
There's no way. So I would literally never live with a man if my name is not on it.
That would be crazy. Just one day you're just like, you know what?
Because legally you can't kick me out.
Pack your bags.
If my name is not
You're
on the
done.
lease, you can kick me out.
Pack your bags. You're done.
And I will never put myself in that position.
Hello, officer. She's refusing to leave. You're done.
So I'm saying is, even if my man says, yo, I'm going to pay the full rent, I hope you know my name is going on it, though.
I mean, if you build a family in that house, like
Not
yeah,
even family.
I get
Even
it.
if we're moving, like, for example, if we're moving in together and he says, I will pay the full rent, even if you're offering, my name still has to be on it. And if that changes the tune, well, you got to pay 30%, fine. But I'm not living with you if my name is not on it. Because you are not going to put me out of my ass when it's time. Ever.
Can your name be on the lease for a house if you're not a citizen of that country?
Lease or a mortgage? What are you talking about?
Either.
Well,
Like,
but
can your
one-
name be on a crib if you don't live in that, if you're not a citizen? Like, if
Well-
if you were with someone who was American and you wanted to live with him in Texas, could he put your name on a crib?
I don't think so, because wouldn't you need a SIN or like a social security or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it depends, but I feel like, yeah, you would need some type of like authentication, like whether it's a SIN or a social
you'd
security.
So you'd wait till like that comes through? Or
That
you
would be a
just risk
lot
it?
of trust, man. You would have to really trust that person. You'd really trust that person.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just not, because it happens to a lot of people. That stuff's not easy.
Yeah.
And
I
like
feel
you
like if
said,
you're living with your girl, like you have to be especially nice.
yeah. And I feel like people don't realize how open you have to be with finances when you're in a relationship that serious. Like, you have to be open about debt. You have to be open about how much money you make a year. You have to be open about where your money goes. And you know what I'm saying? Like, what are your bills? What are your bills? Okay, how much can you contribute to this and whatever? Like, people
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
would I do a prenup? If he's the breadwinner?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, like, if he made, like, say he was like a multi-millionaire, I would, but thing is, people forget, you can make your own prenups, you can make your own. So, for example, if there was a prenup and the clause was, if I cheat, I get nothing, I would understand that. You know what I'm saying? Or if the clause was, okay, you get maybe 40% if we get, like, you know, you can say prenups, you can kind of make your own. I wouldn't mind a prenup if I didn't, like, if I agreed with it, I would sign it. If it's like, no matter what, you get nothing, I'm not signing that.
Those are crazy.
You leave what you came with.
No, I'm not signing that. Definitely not.
Would I make a girl sign a prenup?
Oh, make a girl sign one? I don't know. I feel like
Maybe.
in theory, a prenup makes so much sense, but getting that to fly, I don't know if that's worth the Gaza that comes with it.
I'm not getting a prenup unless I'm marrying, like I said, someone who's like a literally like a multi-millionaire. Like maybe has like I said, like is very, very, very well above my tax bracket. I'm not doing no prenup.
I feel like a prenups make sense.
I think
For
so
just
too.
like, if my parents had a prenup, that's stupid. Why do y'all have a prenup for? That's wild to me.
I agree. Like, it's if
If
you have a lot
up,
of money, then
if you're up, then yeah.
I feel like the more money you make, like, you're more inclined to do a prenup for sure. But like I said, I wouldn't mind signing a prenup if I understood the terms. Like, it's like I said, if I cheat on you and I only get a payout of 100K and he's worth 200 M's, well, then don't cheat on your partner.
Yeah.
No?
How long does it take to actually get divorced?
It could take years.
But can
Like,
it be quick
literally,
too?
It's rarely that it's ever quick.
If everyone's on the same page, if everyone's in agreement here, can't it be?
You should be able.
But then, yeah, you can be in agreement, but then you have to split up all your assets. So even if
you don't have a prenup.
Yes.
I feel like as easily as you could get married, you should be able to get divorced.
No.
Yo, sign this, we're done.
No, that's not that. It's literally not that easy. And one thing I don't think I ever want to go through
Getting
is
married
divorce.
doesn't seem that easy though.
Some people say divorce is worse than death.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Some people like divorce, like
Former rich men, maybe.
like no, but people are saying like going through divorce sometimes is worse than maybe like your partner dying. Because divorce can get extremely nasty. Like
it's a court
divorce
case.
can get real bad. Like to the point where you maybe end up hating the person that you're married to or were married to.
Yeah, I can see that.
Have you ever seen Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
You know how the movie opens?
I don't know. I've
They're
seen the
like
movie in
divorce
years.
counselors, and it's like a humorous thing. But I remember that is like, showed me, it was like, yo, divorces can be bad, man.
Very bad.
People who make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year just to mitigate,
Yeah.
trying to think of the word.
And
to
say if-
officiate
yeah,
that. I don't
and
know,
if-
just be the man in the middle.
You can hold up a divorce for years. For example, like if you and I were married and I didn't like one thing and I don't sign it, we are literally still like for years.
Can
Because
fight them, yeah.
someone can hold up a divorce for a very long time. With kids involved.
Scary shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's one thing I don't think I ever want to witness
I definitely don't want to do that either.
or be involved in. And like you said, you made a statement saying that you think people are broker than they seem. So
Yeah.
when you get into, did you see that TikTok with that guy on the street was asking people how much is in your bank account?
Yeah.
And the one who went viral was the girl who had $188 in her checkings and $4 in her savings. If someone came to you right now and asked you to read your bank account statement right now, would you do it?
No.
I wouldn't do it for the fact that
I would have
like,
taken that shit to the fucking grave, bro. That's
Well,
crazy what she told them.
But are you talking about like now or if I had the
Right now.
$100?
Right now.
I wouldn't do it for the fact that like that's weird.
Okay.
Not necessarily for the fact that like
Yeah.
because of the money, but like I'm not doing that
Right.
online.
Right.
Like that just makes no sense.
But if you were her, say you opened your bank account and it said $188, would you?
There's no way I'm like I feel like
But I also
people-
feel like it's an eye opener, right?
it is.
You
'Cause
really
when
don't
you watch
know.
those videos, a majority of people are saying like $600, 1,000, 2,000,
Mm.
500, 1,000, 2,000. People don't really have that much money.
Yeah.
If you like let the internet tell it everyone has 100K in their account saved,
Yeah.
that's not people's lives. A majority of people live check to check.
Mm-hmm.
So that girl having $100 in her account, a lot of people have $100 in their account, and you would
100%.
never know because they act like they don't.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have really nice clothes or a nice car.
Mm-hmm.
People don't have bread, bro.
You see the reactions though to it, like the way that people were kind of saying, like, should have kept that shit to yourself, or it was almost. It seemed like people were almost offended that she would express something like that, you know?
Right.
And I just think that is interesting how it's like broke people can like offend or annoy people who aren't broke just with the fact that they don't have money.
Right.
And I don't even know if
That's I thought that reaction was very interesting out of that.
I don't even know if they're necessarily not broke. It's just I think people are like, in their minds, they're like, I would be embarrassed to say this, so you shouldn't say it.
Yeah.
But now that you're saying
You
it,
should have shame. Have some shame.
see, but now that we're talking about this, I actually kind of rate that she did say it.
Yeah?
I wouldn't say it, but I rate that she did say it. Like, she's just being real. Like,
I'm not secure
I
enough
don't
for
have
that.
I don't have bread. And it is what it is. And if you're like, if you've come to terms with that, I don't think, like, there's nothing wrong. Okay, how do I word this? I don't think there's anything actually wrong with not having money. Like, I don't think it should be shameful. Like, people go through hard times. Maybe your situation is like a bit shaky. Like, sometimes you might not have money. There's nothing wrong with that. People act like if you're not rich, then like you should just shut up forever. Like, that's not how life is, bro.
But that kind of
you're
comes
not
from
rich,
the like,
you should
if
shut up
I was
forever,
able to
kids.
do it, you should be able to do this. You know,
Right.
I think that's the kind of reaction that they're
And
having.
what
right?
and what were you able to do? Like it's such a slippery slope because if I have $188 in my account and you have $100K in your account from scamming old ladies' accounts, I don't want your life.
Why do we always go to the scamming old lady?
Or anything. I'm just talking about anything like that people would think
Why
is like
can't
unethical.
we just say
Something immoral.
If you have $500K from armed robberies and I have $100 in my account, you're
can
gonna
you
make
even
fun of
put
me?
$500K in your account from armed robberies? There's no way.
Somebody
the bank
did it.
would absolutely flag that.
Someone did it.
No, you can finesse. There's definitely ways.
How?
If you clean the bread.
See all those storefronts on Queen West?
Money laundering.
Yeah, if you clean the money. But I'm just saying, like you should not be looking down on me. Or like you can look down on me, but I don't feel inferior to you because you have more money than me. But look at how you're getting your money. So like it depends what you really value. Like, do you value the money so much so? Like I don't value money that way. To where, like, I'm not going to be doing things that I find morally wrong to get bread.
But do you think it's the money, though, that they're kind of shaming you for? Or is it the fact that they view the fact that you don't have money as an indictment on, like, your character? It's like, hey, if this person then doesn't have money, they don't have, like, the same perspective I have on, like, accomplishing things. You know?
I don't think so because, and I think that's another social media thing. People are like, yo, you should never be broke. You should, there's so many ways to make money. You should
Well, I
never
feel like
be
no one
broke.
would ever like no one wants to be broke.
Like there's different.
What?
There are definitely lazy people, but saying you should never be broke. There's so many ways to make money. I don't think is fair because you don't know people's life situation.
That's very true.
I could
agree
be
with that.
broke because like I could be like I what if I was like a single child that lived with both my parents and my parents tragically passed away when I was young and now I'm living on my own fighting for my life. I'm not necessarily broke, just all my money is going to surviving.
Yeah.
So I can't go splash money in the club and I can't come and drop $400 on dinners and now people are saying that I'm broke.
Technically, though, like, in application, isn't that the same thing? Like, if you can't, like, aren't you broke then?
Like, yeah, but you can't. I'm saying like you
shouldn't shame that.
You
Okay.
shouldn't be shaming me for it.
You should
Like,
be
it's
nicer to
not-
broke
Like
people.
it's not an indictment on my character if I'm broke because you don't know why I'm broke. That's what I'm saying. Or
Okay.
what if all my money is going to like a care nurse for my sick parent and that's why I'm broke. Now you're still gonna make fun of me? Like,
Yeah, but I feel like even the judgments people make on people for being broke, like how often in passing do you see someone, I don't know, not that we do this or something, if you see someone with a bruck up outfit or something and you're like,
A bruck up outfit?
yeah, like it's just not nice, yeah. Like, they look worn and down and everything.
Never heard bruck up outfit before. Go ahead.
Their outfits bruck up, like you've never, okay.
Outfit's trash.
Yeah,
Outfit's
like
weak.
whatever. Your shoes are like what I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of like a thing for shaming people for being broke almost. Actually, or some people can't dress, but I don't know. I think we're kind of beating a dead horse too. So.
Yeah.
Don't shame people for being broke. Shame them for being bad people.
Do you guys
Agreed.
think that there's like occupations that you will and will not? Like if you're dating someone and there's an occupation that they, oh, I'm this or I do this, will you be like, absolutely not?
Yep.
Okay. What are those occupations?
Trey in the
For
back.
everyone who didn't hear
Immediately
Trey in the
If
background.
we're gonna have fun.
Trey said OF.
If we're gonna have fun with this, and once again, guys, we're just playing around.
Are we?
But
Are we?
Man's about to say the most misogynistic.
I know, right?
I say
He's so beside.
nurses,
Yeah.
nurses for sure. The RNs, you gotta watch out for their.
What's wrong with the RNs?
You gotta watch out for the.
Can
nurses.
hold on though? Like, I just want to say, the nurses have a very, very bad reputation.
But nurses are important.
On my end,
They
good
are
experiences, good people.
So why wouldn't you not date a nurse? What's wrong with the nurse?
Just nurses are notorious for just being.
12-hour night shifts. You know, they
So
start.
what? They have an attitude when they get home
No,
because
they
they're
start
tired.
at 7 p.m. and then they finish at 7 a.m. Imagine all the things they could accomplish if they lied about going to a shift from 7 p.m. to 7
Okay,
a.m.
come on. That's where your mind is going.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, nurses are able. They're like NBA players. Like it's a perfect scenario for cheating.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I've never thought of it like that.
I'm just saying this is what they say about
You're
nurses.
jaded. You are jaded.
No, I'm not. I'm just
Clyde,
saying this is a reality.
Is that what comes to your mind when you think of dating a nurse? That you can cheat because their hours are long?
It's a good excuse.
Come on.
Nurses
Nurses
I'd
do-
side eye. I'm not even saying I would necessarily wouldn't date them. It's just people that I side eye. Nurses, real estate agents.
Wait, why real estate agents? I like that.
Cause it's just like, I just feel like real estate. It's one of those jobs where like I feel like half of the people in it, like you don't really love this. So
You don't
it's
love
like,
selling houses?
no, it's just like, yeah, like you
have
don't
ulterior
love this.
motives?
It's just like you're kind of just doing it just because it's trendy, and like those type of people, I side eye, because I feel like real estate agent is the job that a lot of people get when they're like,
It's the FOMO job.
Wait, it's the job people get when I feel like
They want to be in the mix.
people have a misconception.
like it
People
seems
think
like people become real estate agents because they think that me having this title is like an accomplished job, as opposed to like, say you became a garbage person and people are like, oh, this sounds better than this.
but a real estate agent can be very accomplished.
It is, but see, you took one part of what I said.
Yeah,
I
but I'm
said,
saying, but why-
This sounds like an accomplished job as opposed to something else that I probably would do or even make more money as. A real estate agent is one of those jobs. It's like when you're a kid and people are like, what do you want to be? Oh, I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. Do you know what an engineer does? No, it just sounds good.
Okay.
So a real estate agent sounds good. Do you really like selling houses? Are you interested in the market? I feel like a lot of real estate agents are just real estate agents because it sounds good. Like, just do what you want to do.
Yeah, like you've been very hostile this episode. Like, who hurt you?
I'm literally talking normally.
Based on the reaction, you're not like that sounded
That's
very
funny though. That's so funny.
from the
Holy
toxic
shit.
mother relationships and living on your own to the you don't even love your job being a real estate agent.
Yo,
Who-
you just want to be in the mix. You're a
which real estate agent
You don't love real
who
estate.
moved out because they had a
You like
toxic
architecture,
relationship with
nigga.
their mom hurt Tresor?
I've actually never spoke to a real estate agent romantically ever. So.
Like
It's
this
just
is,
my
I know there's a real
observation.
estate
You don't like
agent.
home decor, bitch.
Like,
Yo, this.
how are you just gonna like just willingly just like shit on people?
Holy shit. That's me
Ow.
sweating. I'm laughing so hard.
I'm not shitting on anyone.
Not shitting, but it's like you're just coming for the jugular. Like you're only doing this because it sounds good. You don't actually like the shit you do.
You don't live your raps. You don't care about interior design like that. It's
But
just
it's
for the
true.
gram. It's just for aesthetics.
I'm telling you, people that I would side eye. Some of these people I would side eye.
Okay, so you have registered nurses, real estate agents.
Bottle girls.
Okay,
That one's kind of self-explanatory.
that's insecure, but okay.
What do you mean? Girls talk about how they would never
I'm
date a
kidding.
DJ
I'm
all the
kidding.
time.
I'm kidding.
Or a promoter.
But are you
a
not
bottle
dating?
girl
Is your reason for not dating a bottle girl is because the attention and the men, or is like the
you're too mixy. You're outside too much, too many opportunities for you to do me dirty.
So you have trust issues then?
Huh? I'm cool with tattoo artists.
Speaking of occupations that could cheat a lot, flight attendants, man.
They could. Flight attendants, they be having time. Yeah. And then very, very easy.
Okay, babe, I'm going to Nigeria for 3 days. I'll be back.
I have a layover in Alaska.
You check their location,
You
they're
don't
down
know-
the street.
Or no, they could be over there, but they could just have a man over there. How
You
would
think-
you know?
You're right. How would you know? So you wouldn't date a flight attendant either?
I would side eye. I wouldn't not date a flight attendant, but I would
Registered
side eye.
nurses, real estate agents, bottle service girls, flight attendants. Those are your lists.
I'm sure there's more, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
My list?
You said you don't like creatives.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if he's like full-time content creator, no offense, Tresor, I don't know.
Fine.
Like little bit of a side eye, like full-time. Like I mean, like
Why?
dancing on TikTok. I'm not dating a guy who's dancing on TikTok, dog. I'm so sorry.
What if he's making bread?
That's okay. That's okay. People make bread. I just can't do. If he's the like, I got a white boy on my roster. He be feeding me pasta and lobster. Like if he's doing that on TikTok, it absolutely would never. What you doing, Dan? Like what you doing, babe? Let me take a shot.
You'd rather a drug dealer?
Let's go. Let's go. Got her ass.
Why do you always go to the extreme?
Got her ass.
Yo, you know when you asked me last week if I would rather, what was it? If I would rather date, oh my God, would I rather date a guy who participated in a train or an armed robber? Some girl said, give me the armed robber.
People are sick. You guys are sick.
Some girl said she'd rather date a man who went
they
to jail
commented
for
that.
armed robbery than date a man who went in a train.
That's so fun. I didn't know
Listen,
that's
man.
what they were
Sick.
talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
Sorty
People are
said,
sick.
give me the armed robber.
People are sick. But if
But-
you're keeping a stack, those two are probably the same people.
But yeah, content creators, not really interested. DJs, nah, not really. Of course, I would date a basketball player. But I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it's really hard for me because, like, to seriously date like NBA level.
Yes.
Oh, nah. I mean, not like I'm not completely against it, but I don't really like. I'm not gonna go and like seek out a G League player. I'm not gonna seek out an NBA player
Just
either.
professional
But
athletes in general, I guess you mean.
yeah, but look how many semi-pro football players there are in like the UK. Like some of them are just like not doing nothing. Like you're not really doing anything. Like if you're gonna do something, then do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like how, for example, like Love Island. I don't know, you guys don't watch Love Island, but how many semi-pro footballers are there in the UK? Is every man a semi-pro footballer?
There's a lot of clubs.
There's a lot of leagues out there, yeah.
There's a lot of leagues.
Wild. Yeah, professional athlete. I don't know. Like, also, it's like I don't like the cheating and the wild. Like I don't really play that. So club promoter. Hell no. Not
You
dating
have
a
to
club
fight
promoter.
his bottle girl ex-girlfriend.
Not dating a club promoter ever. Not happening. Music producer. Sticky.
They're good people. They're organized.
Sometimes they can be, but still sticky. I can maybe date a songwriter. Maybe.
What about like really, really obscure jobs that you don't think about until someone tells me, yeah, this is what I do.
Like
if
what?
If they're like an undertaker or something.
I'm sorry.
Like they work at a morgue.
Yeah, you know, like something crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't be like against it, but I would definitely be like, wow, like I'd have a lot of questions if you worked in a morgue.
What's the oddest job that like you know a baddie that that she has? And you're like, I would have never expected you to do this. I know one girl that's a baddie and she's a firefighter.
Oh, I know a baddie firefighter too.
I don't know.
And I
if
would
this-
have never expected that.
That's cool. That's really cool. A baddie that's a firefighter. That sounds like
Or I know a girl that's beautiful and she drives
sounds
the
like
bus.
our corn category. No,
She's beautiful and she drives the bus.
Beautiful and she drives the bus. I
What's
would've
wrong
never
with driving the bus?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying I would have never expected it.
But I mean, listen, my grandpa worked for TTC. Listen, if you work for like transit, like TTC, like I said,
Yeah, they get bread.
They get bread. And like I said, my grandpa worked for TTC, almost like his entire like life living in Canada. And like even at his funeral, like they come like they like salute you. Like his funeral, like they came like dressed up. They like opened the doors for people. They did a whole like salute. Like they really take care of their people. His pension was booming, and my grandma gets 60% now because he passed. R.I.P. Obviously, but my grandpa, he had a solid pension, solid union, benefits are very good. TTC is
exactly.
They gave me mad cards when they came from my grandpa's funeral. Like you should apply, and I'm like,
and like I said, you might as well do that instead of just becoming a real estate agent because it sounds good.
You're a real estate agent.
Drive the bus.
Strays this episode.
Drive the bus. If you are not interested in the housing market,
Rasha, yeah.
just drive the bus. There's nothing wrong with driving the bus. It is a great job.
What did a real estate agent do to you?
what did they do to you?
Nothing.
So why are you digging into them so much?
The ones that don't really like it.
Okay, I guess so.
Like, are you guys missing what I'm saying?
No,
here?
I do. No, it's really funny how you're saying it. Because it seems kind of innocent too, just selling real estate.
And I feel like I won't lie. There are
Could be so wrong. Yeah.
Some people I went to school with who like became real estate agents. It's like, how did you end up here? Like you went to school for engineering, or you went to school for biochemistry, or you went to school for nursing, and now all of y'all are real estate agents.
I'm telling you, people do it because it
It's a
sounds good.
I think
FOMO
people
job,
do it.
like-
Some people, not all, but I think especially people I went to school with who are like, oh, like I'm taking 12 chem classes because I'm going to be an engineer, and then they end up a real estate agent. I feel like they do it because like maybe like your career didn't go in the right path, but like yeah, you're right. Like what's the next thing that will like
Sound
is very
good.
professional, sound good, and like I can make
There should be a name for this.
yeah. Sorry. Girls who take psychology. I don't really understand psychology majors. I'm not mad at it, but I don't really understand it. Like, if you want to actually use it, sure. But people who just take psychology and then they get into like,
Doing psychology is just,
I don't
want
know.
to do something. I'm not sure, but I want to do it.
yeah, like
that's what
psychology
taking
is like
psychology
also like if you do psychology and then you work at like TD, which is not bad. But I'm just saying, like, why'd you take psychology though?
It's tangible though. You can make it. You can go to a bank and apply for a job and have psychology as a major.
Like
and
I took
they'll be like,
philosophy,
okay.
and I was like, literally one day I was like, why the hell am I doing this? Like I literally thought, what the hell am I doing with? I took philosophy. I took my original in school before I switched it. It was a major because at U of T, University of Toronto, where I went, you can major and double minor or double major. So my major was political science, and my double minor was philosophy and media communications.
What's political science?
Literally like politics, like government affairs, business affairs.
That's your major?
That was my major. Yeah. So my major was political science, and then my double minor when I started was philosophy and media communications. But then literally,
and what were you?
I did.
And what were you
literally
doing with
one
philosophy?
day, thank you. Literally one day I was in class and I was like, why the hell am I taking philosophy?
You don't seem like the philosophy type.
I kind of liked philosophy and like the stories behind like breaking down different like meanings of like things and like I didn't mind it. And also like philosophy, I also wanted to be a lawyer at one point, right? So philosophy is really good if you want to, I know I'm being serious.
So you're paying hella bread to just sit in class and go,
No, but philosophy.
I took a philosophy class.
Philosophy is good to help you build arguments because a lot of things in philosophy can be argued. It's all subjective, right? So you can build. So one thing about obviously law is about building arguments, like building cases. You can build a lot of cases around philosophy. So I took philosophy. So I was like, it helps you with essay building and like pulling things and like diving deep into it and like building a narrative around it. But then I was like, one, I don't think I ever want to do Canadian law. Two, I don't see myself moving to the US to become a lawyer. Three, why the hell am I taking philosophy? So then I dropped it and I did a double major in political science and media communications.
Law's a 10-year
which is why
thing
I started
anyways.
doing marketing. Huh?
Law's like a long tenured thing for school anyways,
Yeah.
if you want to be a
Also,
lawyer.
Canadian law is like, I mean, I get it. The bread is there. But I don't know, man. Canadian law is kind of, it is a gamble. It very much is a gamble.
I think people romanticize being a lawyer.
I think so too. And I definitely think I was at a point where I really much romanticized being a lawyer. I think I fell in love with like grade 12 like mock trial. And I was like,
Yo,
they were fire. Thank you.
They are.
They were fire. They were fire.
Yo,
Grade 12 mock trial was fire. I remember I did in grade 11. I'm like, yo, I'm like,
class in blazers and
blazers, and you had suits, and you were like first chair, second chair, third chair, lawyer.
Yo, speaking of that, I talked to a girl for a bit that was you ever seen Pineapple Express?
Yeah.
no.
You know what Seth Rogen does as a job in that movie? Where he wears different disguises?
Oh, yeah, to serve people.
Yo, I talked to a girl that
really?
did that. And
She was a spy? What are you talking
She
about?
was
No,
an interesting
basically, so
person.
you know when so in order to serve someone like legal papers, they have to confirm their identity, right?
Oh,
so
like-
some people, if they know they're getting sued, and you ask them like who they are, they'll be like, they won't say anything.
Yeah.
So he'll like disguise himself as someone else. Like that happened to. There's a famous actress that happened to.
Didn't it happen to Nicki Minaj while she was on stage?
No, it happened to, what was it? Who was the lady? Oh my God. Is it Jason Sudeikis? His wife?
That is.
Who, she dated Harry Styles. Olivia. No, not Olivia Rodriguez, bitch. Olivia, oh my God. Google Jason, someone's wife. Anyways, she cheated on him or had a relationship with Harry Styles, which is that movie where they're all like in that weird town. Olivia Wilde, thank you. She got her.
Don't worry, darling.
Yeah, Don't Worry, Darling. Yes. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay,
I haven't
anyways.
seen it.
Movie it's not that good. Regardless, when she was filming, she had an affair with Harry Styles while she was filming that movie. So they were getting divorced, and he served her divorce papers while she was doing a seminar. Like there's a video of her like talking, and someone comes and is like, "Oh, Olivia Wilde." She's like, "Oh yes," and hands her paper,
Some gangster shit.
and she like puts it like behind. You can tell she like puts it behind her back because you just got served divorce papers while you're on stage doing like a presentation.
They gotta catch you. See, I couldn't do
That's
that job.
wild.
I couldn't do that job because I don't care enough. If I walk up to you and you start running away, that's it.
No, but the whole point is to disguise yourself as something else. Like sometimes he's a delivery man. Sometimes
So
he
does
works
it-
at like a
She told
grocery
me she
store.
has like a nurse's outfit.
Yeah.
She like would have to
So
go in
I
the
heard it
hospital.
has to like officially get into their hand.
Yes.
So what if I'm just like, like you're in front of me trying to get it and I'm.
Yeah. I feel,
If you hit my hand, I drop it. I'd be like, nope.
Is that an official law? Like it has to get into your hand?
I don't know what the
I think
official
it
law
does. I think they have to take it from you.
So what? Why don't you just? I would just dress up as an Amazon.
I'll just put my hand in my pants the whole time. You can't give it to me.
Okay, just sort. Anyways, I would just pretend I'm an Amazon person.
So you
and
have a
if I were-
package?
Yeah, but
They
oh, you have
open
a
the
package.
box
You open
and
it
it's-
and it's the papers.
People who have these people looking for them are very, very like they check the door and ask questions before they
Yeah.
talk to
Yeah.
people and stuff.
That's wild.
I'll dress up like Drake did in that courtroom. I'll be like an old man.
You keep talking.
walk
I've
up
never
and be
seen
like-
pictures of that, and you keep talking about it.
He
There's
said
no
it.
pictures. He
There's
said
no
it.
pictures.
He
He
said,
said
oh,
it.
oh, oh.
Walk up to them with my cane and be like, excuse me, my eyesight is very bad. Can you just read the first page of this for me?
Yeah, I mean, it is a wild job. I won't lie.
You've been served.
It's like
Drake's an
Slap over the
interesting
cane and
character.
just run away.
Drake really said that?
Yeah. Full prosthetics.
Oh, we didn't talk about Drake's
I'll
interview
dress
with
up
that
like the Nutty Professor.
with that weird white girl.
as a woman in podcasting that strives to have big guests on and stuff.
I don't know if that's like a big goal for me. Like some people will have a goal for their podcast to have like, I mean, if it happens, I will 100% be down, but I don't think I'm doing this with the goal to have a really major person on. Like I said, if it happens, that's good. But if it doesn't, I'm not mad.
As
You know what I'm
someone
saying?
who works very hard and spends lots of money and coordinates a lot of different
Lots of
people, lots of different moving parts and stuff like that for an amazing podcast.
You
How
think
do
I spend lots of money on it?
You do spend money on it. We got editors. We have
Yeah,
actually.
okay.
Oh yeah, we switched. Anyways, yeah, that doesn't cost money anymore.
Exactly. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, you've been cutting costs. So, yeah, there's. I feel like something that happens in the industry. They're calling this Bobby girl who's landed a couple interviews with Drake, Lil Yachty, Mark Cuban. I think the first one I saw of her was with Funny Marco, who's kind of from that vein of awkward, monotone, sarcastic question asking.
Like Amelia.
Like Amelia, yeah, like the chicken shop, the girl that takes black people out to chicken stores to eat chicken.
Right.
And everyone's calling her a podcast industry plant because it seems like she just appeared out of nowhere.
Agreed.
Which I think is interesting because people, it seems, industry plant seems like one of those terms that people are just throwing around now that people don't really understand what
Understand what it
saying.
means. An industry plan is someone that you put into the industry to push someone else out.
I thought an industry
Like
plant
J-Lo.
was when you get put like a label supports you and they push your song, but they're pretending like they don't, and you're acting like you're an underground unsigned artist.
But that too, but there's also ulterior motive behind it. Like, you're an industry plant because we need this person and we're gonna fund them for this to get this out of this. Like, there's an ulterior motive as to why they're a plant. That's why they're industry plant.
Probably money.
Money, or they want, like, for example, wasn't J-Lo an industry plant to push out Mariah Carey?
I don't think so.
That was the story.
But how can you call J-Lo an industry plant if she was like on TV shows?
She wasn't really on. Like, she wasn't.
She in? What was it called?
She was more of an
Was it
That's like people who call Cardi B an industry plant.
Selena.
That's like, how do you call it? When she was on Love and Hip Hop, so it doesn't matter. They took her at Love and Hip Hop and they put her and gave her a huge. I'm not calling her an industry plant. I'm just saying that's people's argument. But it doesn't matter. She used to be a backup dancer on In Living Color.
I feel like when people quietly develop and hone their craft and then it works for them and you don't see their journey and you just see someone all of a sudden there
pop up and be great.
It looks like they're an industry plant.
Right.
And is it an industry plant if I just know the right people? Am I an industry plant?
That's what this girl seems like.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say.
She just knows the right people.
But how?
Because she was big on TikTok and then she got signed to WME, which is one of the biggest actor representative agencies in the world. Drake followed her because he thought she was funny off of TikTok, and they lined up the interview that way. So I don't see how that's industry plant-ish.
I heard her neighbor was famous though. Like,
I heard her dad was famous.
I heard her
All
her
these
man
things.
was an industry person or
Yeah,
something.
I heard her dad is like no Snoop Dogg or something like that. I don't know. There's all these narratives gone about it. I don't know what's true and what's not. But I heard like her father is like connected in the music industry.
She said her dad worked on Snoop Dogg's house. It was something like that. Yeah. I just feel like I would more so be able to rock with the industry plant rumors if she didn't already have a platform. Like, people are forgetting that there's a lot of different worlds. If she was in a world that you were not in, because she was big on mom TikTok, because she has a kid and she would make videos about her kid. I remember before the Drake video even dropped, like the first time I ever saw the snippet of her with Drake, like I saw her account and she had like over 1 million followers already.
Oh, where?
I feel like that's enough to where, like, if you line the chips up right and like call a spade, she has the advantages. She's a blonde white woman. Like, she could get into certain spaces that it would be harder for other people to get in.
Right.
So I don't know if that's necessarily industry plant-ish. If like,
or she just has a crazy line of like
yeah, like you just
she has
have
no hurdles.
Like all of your stars,
all of your chips are there, and she's playing them.
Yeah. So I don't really bang the industry plant thing with her.
Do you think, which a lot of people are calling, artists out for, some black artists, whatever, that like, they're giving her the light of day, but there's so many hip hop publications and, black owned media platforms where these artists.
Should be a black woman asking these questions.
Yeah. Where these artists won't even give them the time of day.
I get why they say that. And I personally think that artists should be going to black publications and stuff, but at the end of the day,
smaller scale ones.
But at the end of the day, people could do whatever they want.
Yeah, I agree.
And if I'm famous and I like rate this girl and I want to go on her show, like, then I'm gonna go on her show. Mm-hmm. So I completely get why people are saying that, and I think that people, smaller black creators and publications do deserve it. But two things could be true. They do deserve it, but if I want to do this, that doesn't mean I'm anti that because I'm doing this.
But people are saying, when Drake was trying to come up, he was doing all these black publications and he was so easy to talk to. But now that he's like, he's past the success level, or he's at that level where he's the best rapper right now or the hottest rapper of all time right now, that he's no longer interested in like going back to these publications. But he used them as a stepping stone to get to where he is.
I don't know.
Like, do you think he has that responsibility, or do you think he should carry that? Like, I kind of owe it to these people to still give them, an interview or, something, or even whatever.
I don't know. I think specifically, my bad. Because with Drake, it's tough. Because I get that. And because Drake barely does interviews. Mm-hmm. And his interview choices are definitely obscure. Like, he chooses very random things to
I
go
think
on.
he chooses interviews that he knows that he can kind of control a little bit better. I don't think Drake is ever gonna go on like the Joe Budden podcast, where Joe Budden really might get out of pocket and ask him some like very wild shit.
But to cut him some slack for that, I feel like once you reach a certain level, you're not doing any interviews that you can't control.
That's fine,
like,
but I'm saying when you are an artist and you are, like I'm saying, you go to the Breakfast Club, you go to those black publications, you go do those interviews with those hip hop connoisseurs or whatever. Like I'm saying, don't you think you kind of like, at least now that I am at the point that I am now, I should revisit those? Because I do feel like that's a good place to be.
Yeah, it
in.
would be good, definitely. But like, yeah, like you were saying, certain people go to certain stuff. Like I think that's why a lot of artists like Gilly and Wallow, because Gilly and Wallow are not gonna ask you anything that's gonna make you look bad. Like you'll talk about real stuff, but Gilly and Wallow are not gonna put you in a position to look foolish.
Right.
So they get an overwhelming amount of people, you know?
And you think that which I think is fair. Artists are very selective with their interviews because they absolutely do not want to be questioned certain things or don't want to look bad.
For sure.
But it's also, though, too, like, I think, you remember that time where Kalani got on that publication and they were, like, asking her about, like, scissoring with SZA? Like, they were asking her crazy things.
Yeah.
I understand, especially artists who are, like, up there, that they really, like, their image and everything like that is their livelihood, right? And an interview, taken out of context question, something that gets edited or whatever, like that can be it for them. That can be brand deals and everything. So I also think it's like a bigger picture type thing with just interviewing in the media industry too. If artists would rather go talk to a podcaster or a content creator that they feel more comfortable with, that should be a sign to other big publications that they should switch up how they're navigating their interviews and their media and the things that they're putting out with headlines, right?
Fair.
Because it's in a long-term sense is almost killing it, because no one's going to want to go to Hot 97 or Breakfast Club in a bit, you know?
Yeah.
If you can just, if podcasters are growing and those become the main thing where you can get more burn or the same sort of push that you would get off a really popular podcaster as opposed to a radio station. So I don't know. I feel like everyone could fix up, you know?
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
get that. And because especially if, like, that interview, the one that he did with the girl, like, he's getting that footage and his team is reviewing that before it comes
100%.
out.
100%.
Yeah, that was
So
interesting.
They're also
that
probably
makes sense.
like, I'm not going to say it's scripted, but they know exactly like what you can say, what you cannot say, what is going to be the
or
basis
even if
of
they,
this.
Or even if they don't, they're going through the footage, so they could be like, take that out, take that out, take that out. I understand why someone would rather go that direction than, say, go to a Breakfast Club where they control this footage. And on top of that, I'm here with someone maybe like Charlemagne who might ask me something that catches me off guard.
Who absolutely will.
And I look crazy. So I get it, though. I get it. But I do but as a fan, you want to see people answer the hard-hitting questions and really get into it. But as an artist, I get why some people would not want to do it, especially if that's not your brand. Certain people could do it. Like, I would say maybe like, I don't know who. Maybe like
It's interesting to see who can get away with
like,
doing
yeah,
no
some
interviews.
people
Playboy Cardi doesn't know it.
But some people can like take the heat. I'd say maybe like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart will go to the Breakfast Club, and they might bring up him cheating.
Right.
But he'll make a joke out of it and just like keep it going.
Yeah.
There's some artists where like you cannot bring up them cheating because they would be cheese and they don't know how to
100%.
deal with it. So
100%.
it depends on the people.
Some
And
artists, their interview is the song, is the product.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. I just put it in the music. I don't talk about it.
A Kanye interview is like almost more like impactful than like a song sometimes individually.
Yeah.
But also, I think but realistically, the biggest artists in the game barely do interviews.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I said last week, hip hop is in this weird space, and not only music, like publications and media, all that stuff. We're in a very like foggy place right now.
Because it's
Where
going.
things just feel not genuine, doesn't feel very uplifting,
Don't feel
doesn't
good.
feel authentic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Travis Scott's album was ass. You're not gonna tell me it was good.
That's a heavy-handed
The
statement.
It wasn't
production
good.
was amazing.
I wouldn't even say
For sure.
amazing.
The production was amazing.
Do you know what the word amazing means?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the production.
The production.
You really gonna say it's I don't think it was
production-
amazing.
The
Zoe.
production was amazing. And this is why I'm saying why I said because I think this album, it depends what lens you're
Maybe
looking
not.
at it
It was boring. I won't lie. It was boring to me.
Okay.
It was definitely boring. Like it didn't have much replay value aside from maybe like 4 songs.
I think
3 or 4 songs.
Yeah, I think it's the lens that you look. Like, it depends who you are. I think everyone expected something different.
Right.
And all the people that I'm seeing say that they love it are a majority, like, artists themselves or people in music that pick up on little things that, like, the average listener probably wouldn't. So I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate the art of it. Like you said, I'm probably not going back to a lot of it. I saved a lot of the songs just because it's like, yo, I like how this sounds or I like how this sounds. There's not a bunch of, like, I would say bangers on it.
Right.
But I just like how the music sounds. And if you're not one of those people and, like, you're listening for bangers or, like, it's Travis, so you want to hear, like, yo, he made Astroworld, he made Sicko Mode.
Yeah.
This album is definitely not an album that you probably would
It's
like.
an artist album.
Yeah.
They're calling it his Yeezus, right? Where he kind of took
I
some
like-
liberties.
I liked Yeezus.
I loved Yeezus.
A lot
Yeah,
of
but
people
I'm not.
hated Yeezus when it came out.
I
though.
loved Yeezus when it came out, and Yeezus aged like fine wine to me.
And Yeezus,
Not to a lot of people. Some people.
No,
they-
I think a lot of people
hate
now.
Yeezus.
I think a lot more people now appreciate Yeezus than they did when it first came out.
because Yeezus sounds like the music of today.
If you don't like
Like,
Yeezus
Well, yeah,
now,
well, Kanye's
the
was
newer
ahead of his
kids.
time.
But also, Yeezus was a lot of Travis.
Yeah, but to me, this sounded like a Yeezus that was just.
Kanye got that influence for Yeezus from Travis.
Well, Kanye made it better because whatever this is, I'm not.
4 of the songs on Utopia are like Donda throwaways that were like originally listed, and then there's like that one track
Well,
that
there's a
sounds
reason why they were throwaways.
exactly like Black
Black
Skinhead.
Skinhead, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the Travis Scott. Remember how I said the DJ Khaled album? A DJ Khaled album is like a Fast and the Furious movie.
Yeah.
To me, Travis Scott's album is almost like if Christopher Nolan directed a Transformers movie, or if like Martin Scorsese did a Fast and the Furious movie. You know, it's like it's like an A&R or someone who knows like what's good and everything that also produces made an album.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's a great like ear for production and who should go where and stuff like that. I think that's amazing. But when you boil it down, like there's not a whole lot going on there.
And every song
The
has
substance
like,
and everything is very
every song has like 2-3 beat switches. So like if you're not a music man, you're not really gonna like it.
Give me the beat with your feature on it, and I'm turning it off after.
And the
know,
songs
I
are like 5-6 minutes.
I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty good ear for that stuff, but it wasn't clicking to me. Like I don't know, and I feel a lot of people feel that way. It wasn't just not something
No, I
about it was
agree.
not like resonating,
Especially-
the way Astro Road resonated.
Especially first listen, I didn't really like it first listen. The more I listened to it, mainly for the production, there's a few, but it's definitely not. I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorite albums. I wasn't really.
Dude had the whole world on that album, man. So
Yeah.
many.
There was a
people.
lot of people, and
I'll
if you
try it
check the
again.
credits, a lot of writers,
Oh yeah,
a lot of
course.
producers.
Maybe
Like,
I'll
that
try it
album
again.
was expensive.
That's what I'm saying. It's like an action movie. Like it's like a big event movie that has no substance. No one's gonna win an Oscar off this, but it's like, oh, it's entertaining. It's fun. There's big explosions and
Fast and
shit.
Furious.
Yeah.
Or it's like one of those.
With a little bit, like it's not DJ Khaled, but it's there's a
Yeah.
little
Or
Travis
it's one
sauce.
of those. It's one of those albums where, like, if it was a movie, this would be the movie that wins like the Oscar. That
it's Oscar bait, yeah.
That nobody really rated, but the industry rated it. But like the consumers
I could
didn't
see that.
rate it.
Yeah. It's like they bought it.
Anyways, yeah. Well, someone DM'd us, which we'll probably prepare this for next week, but someone DM'd us and asked us to give, well, they said, oh, they appreciate our music takes, whatever, and asked us to give our top 5 rap verses of all time. I won't put you on the spot to do it now, but next week, you have a full 7 days to think about it. I understand
Not
it's
enough
Caravana weekend and you want to be in your soca bag,
Oh
but
my
please
gosh.
think about your top
this is
5.
gonna be tough.
Caravana, like I said, y'all, if you're visiting from wherever you are, you're coming to Toronto, if you see us, say hi. Everyone, please be safe this weekend. Don't do anything crazy. Have a very good time. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of stories when we come back because we're all going to be outside this weekend. But take time, please. Nothing crazy this weekend. Drink your water.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. And we'll see you guys in a week. My ears are
Relentless.